Jesus.
Nice jump, Alistair.
Science with Ben just resubbed for 67 months. Egg.
Grazie. Ah, she be.
You're offline on Steam, so you might want to go online. So Eric can invite you.
He has invited me.
Oh, okay, cool.
It signs me out randomly. I will apologize. Oh.
Straight in.
Five seconds remaining. Dire team ban. Ten seconds remaining.
Bird? Who's Bird?
We really have gone see now, haven't we?
Who is Bird? A friend of ours popped around unexpectedly, and I just had to say hello, and then I lost track of time because we were talking.
Oh, I guessed what happened and I got it wrong then.
You were wrong. You were wrong.
Yeah. I think it was a fair guess.
It was a very good guess, but yeah, apologies. I was.
Radiant team ban.
But I said it as fact anyway, just to make.
It was 100% accepted as fact. Everyone just assumed you were watching a film.
No, I honestly, it like Ashton said, it's a very good shout. It was just incorrect.
5 seconds remaining.
Bird's been in the in-house before. I don't doubt it, chat. I'm just saying, who is Bird? It was more of a who is Bird kind of question. Minions Rise of Goon.
Nice jump, Alistair.
Are either
Var
of
of
these...
Blondie che just resubbed for 18 months. Inhouse Night.
In-house Night.
Very
indeed.
cool.
This is
don't
not
think,
GSF, other than
no, well,
No,
it's
none of these are
team.
pre-planned teams.
No, but Goon Special Forces, I think,
Nice
are going to
jump,
be in
Alistair.
Goon TI. but they
Rogan
changed
just
their name.
resubbed for 21 months. No
So
one
they're not
ever
being
rid
has
themselves of the
SA
bad-
is
the
bro.
bad
Hold on. Somebody
5
said something.
seconds remaining.
Sorry, carry on. So someone says, I have long wanted to start streaming, but felt woefully underprepared. This stream allays some of my fears.
That's very fair.
Yeah.
That's very
Yeah,
fair.
if you've ever thought, I'll never be able to make it, all you have to do is look at this dogshit stream, and you'll
5
suddenly think,
seconds
actually,
remaining.
I'm amazed I haven't already.
Do you know, I was watching Insania this afternoon.
Oh yeah, is he streaming?
Absolutely lovely lads.
Oh, I love him.
Doing a bit of streaming between events. You know, like 500 viewer streamer normally with a couple of raids.
Yeah.
And he's like always talking to chat. What should I be doing more of? How would you like to see the stream improve? How do I get attention?
That's like a
I'm
classic,
like, this guy is like the second or arguably best team in the world,
Yeah.
and he is asking for how to stream better and how to.
I think
he doesn't need to give a fuck.
I think it's the nature of pro
10
players
seconds remaining.
is that they're always looking to min-max everything. That's how you manage to make it.
They actually give a fuck. You got to give a fuck, I think.
I mean,
He was.
I have
asking, like,
ideas,
the most-
but none of them are good. That's the problem.
He was like asking the most like stereotypical bait questions that all streamers do to drive engagement. Like, press 1 if you think I'm going to win this game. I was like, that's a fucking streamer right there. And then he's got his chat flying.
I feel like one like you know there are a lot of top streamers who are just like AFK. Like you know they don't do anything for the stream, and they're not even present in their brain doing the stream either. Most of them are just reacting to content.
Yeah, the reaction streams are. I think they're some of the.
A lot of these
cheapest
guys literally
fucking
just
shit.
wait for their viewers to make something for them, slam it in, and then job's done.
Yeah.
They don't actually have to make ideas anymore.
Yeah.
There are some people who do, granted. There are some people who make a lot of content, and then everyone else just feeds on that.
Nice jump, Alistair.
Darthouse just resubbed for 8 months.
Thank you, Dart House. I think the funny thing for me is when someone comes up with an interesting new approach to something, like something to do on stream, like React content, for example, or being in a hot tub and having donations to pin things on a board. Someone came up with that.
Yeah.
And the difference is, if you think about it, if you liked, say, The Office, if all the other channels made an exact copy of The Office but with different actors, you wouldn't say,
Nice jump,
"Oh, I
Alistair.
like this version
Slack
of it
just
better.
resu
I like
bed
that
for
version of it
37
better."
months.
So
10
you know that,
seconds remaining.
whilst they might make a sitcom
Dire
like Parks and
team
Rec, which was obviously kind of styled around The Office, you can get away with it. But
least
you
in
can
the
you can
first
kind of get away with
season.
it. But in streaming, if you come up with a really good idea, like I'm gonna stream for until like as a subathon, someone does that, and now everybody does it. So then it's like
Yeah.
anyone
10
just
seconds
nicks an
remaining.
idea, and it's much more person based rather than concept based, which is why
But
I've always thought.
those people are not going to get as big traction.
Yeah,
I
but
guess.
a lot of big streamers
if,
will
if someone
nick.
like Little does something and then a big streamer comes along and takes the idea, then they're gonna go huge.
Right, yeah. Did you guys see my name, by the way, on Discord? I will say something.
I see your name on Discord is PFlax, to be honest.
Oh, maybe that's just on
I
this
see.
Discord.
I like work no react on
Dire
bet.
team
So it's it should be reaction. I mistyped. Hold on, let me just change that.
That was part
And
of the joke.
it's only in our group chat that you're set to
react
that.
on bet.
So we were in the corner shop today, and there were some lads behind us buying Prime, obviously.
Yeah.
It was just me and my youngest, and there were these lads they were probably about 13, and one of them said, "I'll get you a drink for you," and he went, no reaction, bet." And I didn't really detect what he'd said because
But he said no reaction.
yeah. Do you know
Right.
what it means?
No.
So if you say light work, no reaction, it's a clip, right? It's like a Twitch clip of this guy
Is it?
play. Yeah, he's playing like Rainbow Six Siege or something,
10
and he's eating
seconds
wings, and they're like hot wings, and he's going
Oh.
light work, no reaction,
5
light work,
seconds
no
remaining.
reaction. Then eventually it overwhelms him, and he has to eat ice cream. Obviously, very popular with the youth. So they picked up on it, and now you just say no reaction, and it's like saying this is no big deal. And then he said bet at the end, so
So he's
he was all in on
Yeah.
the lingo. But she had to translate it for me because I was like, "What does light work, no reaction mean?" She had to explain it to me.
Is
And
this that Rainbow Six guy that's like now the highest subscribed person on Twitch?
his name was like, oh, let me see if I can find what his name was. Light work, no reaction. His name is.
10 seconds
I watched one
remaining.
video of his, and now I've been recommended like a million videos with him in.
5 seconds.
Someone in
remaining.
chat will know. I think he's Jinxie.
I don't think you got anyone in chat the right age.
Jinxie is the guy's name.
Jinxie.
Yeah, JYNXZI. Yeah, Jinxie. So it was just funny because I'd heard if you say
Radiant
bet,
team banned.
that's like saying, like bet that, like you can guarantee that. Like, but now apparently it's changed and it means something else.
I thought bet just means like it's like an affirmative, like yes.
Like bet on it.
But just effectively like yeah, like someone asks you a question, you say bet.
Yeah, it's literally like saying
That
you can
means-
bet on that.
Hell
5
yes,
seconds
sir.
Yeah.
remaining.
But he said, no reaction, bet. And like his mate was just like, didn't say a word. So I'm thinking
The
he's
thing
saying,
is that I think it's like it's become a little bit like Twitch emotes. Like you can drop them even if it's the wrong context, and people will just like be fine with it. No one's gonna be marching over and be like, "Hang on, mate, you haven't used that right."
so here's my
Have
question.
you got a license to use emotes like that, mate?
Do you think that the reason no one picks each other up on how they use
seconds
phrases is because shit changes so fast
Dire team banned.
that you don't know if you're in the right calling someone out for saying no reaction wrong or bet wrong? Because who knows? The context might have changed because of some other hot
That's
TikTok.
very true. Like I'd be scared to call out if I was a kid. I'd be scared to call out anything. Like anything goes. Like you say anything, it's probably from a TikTok that I haven't
Right.
seen.
10 seconds.
So Eri
remaining.
says, no reaction, bed. Eri,
Bed.
it's not, it's
5
bet,
seconds
not
remaining.
bed. You can go to bed though. You're obviously tired already. I know it is 9:15 there. Bit late for Eri.
I mean, I'm taking a stand against the word giga. I hate the slang that smooths out all the joyful variants of the English language. All those lovely words just been replaced by giga.
Yeah, well
I
that's just how we
despise it.
roll now.
I know, but I hate it. I don't mind if
10
it's no
seconds
reaction
remaining.
bet, as long as it's adding a bit of variety. But that was
Yeah, but that's
this
just
prime's pretty
parroting
giga,
someone
mate.
else,
I'm
and
like,
it probably doesn't even fit. Like I don't even know. it makes sense in the context of chicken wings or whatever. What was he getting? It makes sense in the eating the spicy chicken wings. But what was the guy in the shop doing?
He was having
Just
something.
getting a bottle of Prime.
No, but it was being bought for him. So his mate said, "I'll get this for you," and he said,
"But how does that even? That doesn't mean. Well, how does that work?
Exactly.
They're just saying anything,
right?" So he was like, no reaction, bet." And it's like, so you're saying, okay, this is no big deal, and you can bet on it, essentially.
Yes.
So I guess the bet is like just saying the previous
I feel like they just slap bet onto anything.
Yeah, it's like their full stop.
It's punctuation. It's punctuation.
It's their full stop for sure.
It's like just dropping "I can't lie" after everything you say.
Rain Dragon says, this is actually something a teacher of mine talked about years ago. You can say some weird things and people still understand it. The example he gave was, smoke me that book, meaning pass me that book. I mean, it's very contextual, and you still say...
If someone says, smoke me that book, would I understand?
I would if they were pointing at the book.
Right, and gesture to it with their head.
And if I knew they wanted the book.
But if he said, smoke that, no reaction, bet, you'd be like, what the fuck do you want?
I mean, if he's saying hat on a hat, though, everyone understands hat on a list.
Oh, hat on a hat, mate.
Hat on a hat. Yeah, mate, here you go.
Bet.
Yeah, hat on a hat. No reaction, bet.
Bet.
I think hat on a hat is too long. It just needs to be hat on.
Yeah.
Hat on, no reaction, bet.
Light reactions, light work, no reaction, hat on, bet.
Bet. Mate, that's a giga sentence, that is.
Yeah. Giga sentence.
Right, we got to cut.
I believe you mean that is a gigantic, humongous, colossal sentence.
Truly a colossal sentence. One for this age. TBM, Clavs, Squelch, Toms, Zal, Twuff, Kara, David, Ben, Bird. Let's go. I smell a classic.
I mean, we've got a David on Street Invoker, which is already a tantalizing glimpse into a possible horrific game.
He's certainly doing a Wogan.
David is
really woganing it as hard as he can.
You know, he's gotten a slight bit of encouragement. It's gone to his head, and now he's, now he's.
The thing is, Wogan played Invoker in the literally no skill Invoker era, where all you had to do was end up with an Ags and a Refresher with a Midas on top.
But isn't the Ags still the same?
But you can't play Ags Invoker that way anymore because he's fucking universal. You got to go some weird jack shit like Vessel, Atos, that kind. Not Atos anymore. What's the other? No, Vessel and is it still
Hurricane Pike?
I don't know the Invoker build off part. I know it's Vessel.
MPR says this is a pos for Invoker.
Okay. Doesn't matter. You can play Invoker any position. He is the new Void Spirit, right? You can run Invoker anywhere. He does fucking disturbing amounts of damage.
Master mid.
So I've played against a Marcy yesterday. And let me tell you something. This hero is broken at the moment. Broken. Because
What's changed?
So her sidekick thing, she sort of tethers to someone, a bit like Io does. So look at sidekick. Right. So it's Marcy's loyalty helps ensure survival, imbuing it, blah blah blah. Allied hero and herself with shared lifesteal. Okay, so when we were up against, it was her and Gyrocopter. So she jumps in, grabs you, and he's going ba 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 ba, and the range on his ba 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 has increased for his multi-shot shit. So he's lifestealing, and that gives her the extra lifesteal on top of her punching. So it's like, what is happening? This hero is incredibly good.
I'm looking forward to that. I really am not. Marcy is the most hateful creature in the entire game.
Well, it was such a rough game. It was one of those games, we won it in the end, where they tried to go high ground twice, and they came up once, took a lane of buildings, and we were like, well, this is over. And then they sort of went for megas and fucked it up, because they kept like diving to get an extra kill and tipping the shit out of us, and we killed them all.
Big 5v5 coming.
Oh shit, this is a big 5v5. Have they caught anyone though?
Why isn't Poppel casting spells?
I don't know.
There it is.
Twaffle waiting until it was too late. Very well done.
And David just didn't cast anything, so that's good.
Love to see that. Well done, Twaffle, mate. Well done.
Just jogging beside him.
Just waiting. I think... Go on.
The battle
Does Marcy have
begins.
permanent sidekick on, right?
Yeah, so you just toggle it, and I think you select an ally, and you're with that ally. You're sidekicked with that ally within a certain
see.
AoE. So if you look at the AoE of it, you click it on someone, and it's not just like a certain number of attacks. It's like IO tether.
So she just has a base 10% lifesteal.
Yeah,
Yes.
and
Goes up to
the person she
25%.
tethers
is that
to
the
has it.
highest lifesteal in the game.
Dude, it's insane. Like, she comes in, she jumps in, and with the person she's tethered to, if they do any kind of AoE, you cannot kill her. It's crazy. We won that game, and we had a Bane mid.
Look at how. So it is, as NPR said, an invo pods for all. Now the other, so obviously universal, all the crazy damage that follows from that. The other thing is, his Ghost Walk means he never has to go back to base ever. He presses Ghost Walk and invo basically within 5 seconds will be full health, full mana. And it's this crazy uptime this hero has now.
So
He
if
can
you look
go
at
around the map
Quaz, it gives
non-stop.
you spell lifesteal on Quaz. Wex gives you
Gen now.
wait, so
Yep.
it's based on the spell, right? So Ghost Walk, health regen 45.
Yup.
And mana regen 20. That's based on the levels of Quaz and Wex respectively. So yeah, you pop that and Plague's right. You don't need to do anything. You just pop your
So
Ghost
again,
Walk
with
and
the
away you
Void
go.
Spirit comparison, it was the combination of insane damage and never being able to kill him.
Right.
And now Invoker's got that on tap. He just pops Ghost Walk, he'll be full health, full mana, and walking
have
at
they done?
faster than you can ever imagine. I don't know what they're doing, is the honest answer. I have no fucking clue what's going through their heads. Yeah, I somehow just fucking love it. It's just, I like that they're still down to do crazy shit.
Well, yeah, they really are. So Eri points out, he says, do you remember when Luna was broken, when Luna Blessing gave +6 damage at level 1, and
Yep.
now Marcy has it with lifesteal? Yeah, it's pretty fucking nuts. So she gets 6 bonus damage and 10% lifesteal at level 1. How are you meant to beat this hero?
So again, going back to the insane stream I was watching, I dared to ask him a question, which was, what's your hot takes for the patch? And he says he thinks that like the sleeper strong heroes right now that people aren't really paying attention to that might be strong at TI is Dawnbreaker and Dazzle.
Why Dazzle?
Dazzle is hype.
I don't know specifically why Dazzle, but he just said he's been playing it a lot and it feels fantastic, which from a pro player is actually quite high praise because a
I
lot
think
of
I did play Dazzle at the first game of the new patch.
Yeah, and we
I
fucking
thought we
owned.
with it. Like,
yeah.
But I don't think I was doing anything different. I don't know what I changed.
What did they change about Dazzle? Anybody know?
I mean, his poison felt ridiculously OP, but I don't know if it changed anything about it. I think it's always just been like that.
I haven't seen. I played 3 games last night. It was my first on the new patch, and then apparently there's been another patch. So, did you see the Dota Cinema posted something? The Sand King before they fixed it. It was meant to be every 3.5 seconds he gets a pulse of his ult, right? But
Yeah.
they fucked it somehow so that it was just continual.
Yeah.
I think they accidentally put it as like every 0.3 seconds or something.
Well, they did the same thing when they first introduced his shard, didn't they? It was bugs in
Right.
the same way. That it was like a certain amount of movement would proc it, and they like fucked up the number somehow.
Right.
And it was just any movement at all would instantly wipe out the entire enemy team.
So people would jump him and they would just instantly die.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not even kidding. Instantly die. It was a very funny bit.
Well, looking at the last hits and denies, Greg's gonna be delighted that the most boring hero in the game is doing well in the mid lane.
Yeah.
Ben is just queuing waves and living his
He's gonna
life.
do the Greg build though. It doesn't look like.
Oh, so Eri says when they added his shard, it was meant to proc every 700 units, and someone missed a 0 and set it to 70 units.
Yep.
So you just take a step and you do it, basically.
Yeah. So if he's stunned through a team, it'd do like 5,000 damage.
Yeah. Because he got hooked by Pudge, and Pudge died as he was arriving on the hook. It was pretty stupid. So yeah, Marcy, busted. Marcy Dazzle would be a pretty unpleasant lane in itself, in all honesty.
I guess the thing is, you can't have like a lion lane with Marcy.
No,
right?
because he can't
You need-
click, right? You want
Yeah, you
actually...
need some right-clicking support. So you need like universal supports. You need.
I'm thinking Omni wouldn't be too bad, in all honesty. Because
It's okay, but Omni in just general is just bad.
Yeah, but now you've got lifesteal and you've got sustain, and he just biffs and wears you down. I'm just thinking of someone.
He needs. I feel like the thing with
Ogre?
he needs a lot of items to get going.
I think
Yeah, he
Bane
does.
is pretty strong right clicker. Lich and Lena do trade well. Rubik is obviously the king of right clicking.
Dyer's
Yes,
I wonder if that unlocks some more with like the strength support.
so David can just make Ghosthawk now, and he will have.
Ogre with Bloodlust would be alright, I think. You
Yeah,
get the
it's
slow on
fine.
them, get Bloodlusted.
Maybe there's a universe in which Tree can do some cool shit. Just helps
Oh
him trade
yeah,
even more
New
effectively.
Tree as well is quite obnoxious apparently, because his Q counts as trees for his shard.
Yeah.
So you get the invis. I'm gonna leave it on mid and pop to the loo real quick. I wanted to go before I start, but I was late.
How was your day, Ashman?
It's just a, you know, I just played a lot of Baldur's Gate.
It's quite a nice day.
I went for a long walk, which didn't record itself on Strava, which I was not happy with. And apart from that, I retrieved my brother's birthday presents because it's his birthday tomorrow. And yeah, I was job done for the day. Work
Not-
is still
not a
like
bad
being
day.
like bots with me, so I haven't got much to do.
So you're going to be the new KPMG legend of someone who never turns up to work and gets paid.
Yeah, but I'm not intentionally doing it. Like I'd really rather just have something to do.
Yeah.
You know, I don't want to be like snowed in, but it's kind of annoying just not knowing what the hell's going on.
I'm approaching having a bit too much to do, to be honest. I'm not delighted with my work-life balance right now. Got two projects that have to be in by the end of August, and they're both very tight. I've got my filling tomorrow as well. I got filling, and then 30 minutes after my filling, I'm having to run a meeting.
Oh dear. Did your filling come out?
No, it's getting a new one done.
Oh, well, they just re-up it every now and then.
Have you guys finished Baldur's Gate yet?
Oh no.
No, probably not.
We're still Act 2, I think.
I mean, I put 60 hours in and I'm nearly finished. I'm very close to the end.
Nice jump,
Radiant's
Alistair.
middle tower
Ruby Dota just resubbed for 9 months.
Ah, grazie.
Hippie Tuesday.
You know what got me was I thought Act 3 will be pretty short. It's probably the longest act so far.
Yeah.
It's so much.
That's typical. That's a kind of. Actually, I thought Act 2 would be a bit longer, to be honest. I feel like we're approaching the end of it, and it's not.
Act 2
too
was not
bad.
my favorite. I didn't. I hated the. I couldn't navigate the tricky the sort of horrible area.
Yeah.
I found it very difficult. I was like, is that a bridge or is that a chasm? And it's like, it just took me time.
I mean, Ash and I have been discussing if we did another playthrough, what we would do different, and definitely high difficulty because it's a bit too easy. And we're having to take really stupid fights to make it interesting.
You guys are struggling. You guys are finding it too easy.
Yeah, I think so. It's very rare that we fail a fight. There's a bit too much
Really?
cheesy solutions. Yeah.
Oh well, yeah, but you're cheesing it.
Well, not really. It's just our spells are kind of good, you know?
Well, so what are you
just do a
playing
lot with-
as?
We're Barbarian, Warlock, Bard, Cleric.
Hey, Barbarian does so much more damage
So
than everyone
I
else.
have found that Karlak, who's my barbarian, is
Yeah.
is basically just my tank. Most of my
Yeah,
damage
but
comes
she does
from.
a fuck ton of damage as well.
She does a decent
Nice
amount,
job,
but for me, it's
Alistair.
Gale does a
Mr.
The thing
shitload
is,
of
Shit,
damage.
just
the thing is that
resubbed for 7
I have
months.
so many actions on her. You know, she can attack twice, and then she has bonus actions to attack again if she kills something, and she
Right,
has like,
right.
the actions to crit if she needs to. And you just end up. I mean, maybe because you've selected more tanky feats and.
No, I don't think I have. How many times have you had to use her Infernal Engine coin?
Oh, I haven't.
Because I forgot about it. I used it one time and I was like, oh, that was kind of
No, we have not done any of that.
underwhelming. Yeah. I was expecting. I was like, I'll save this because it's probably going to kill her or something, or it'll be like some amazingly OP thing. And it was just sort of like, oh yeah, you do a bit more damage when you're raging or something. I was like, oh, okay.
I don't want to speak for Ashton, but I feel like if there's like less than 6 enemies, the fight is too easy. Like, just
some of the fights I've had that have been very tough have been ones where there's loads of enemy spellcasters, which happens. Like sometimes you're fighting. Which ones have I found really hard that I had to reload a lot? Let me think. There's the guy who is this is in the Githyanki monastery. Have you been there yet?
Yeah, we've done the Githyanki monastery.
So you know when you go into the basement, it's him and like packs of lads around you. The only way I beat him, I think, was I managed to get him prone or stunned or something like that, because otherwise he was one-shotting people. They would like misty step to. It's a rogue, a cleric, a mage, and a barbarian. So if they get on top of us, we're in kind of big trouble.
No, that fight wasn't too bad. We had a bit of trouble.
We made it a lot worse for ourselves. I have this habit of just like running in and aggroing more things, like I'm trying to speedrun a WoW dungeon. So,
right.
We end up probably taking on more than we can handle sometimes. And then
But when we're just doing the actual fights you're supposed to, we've not had problems, particularly. And I think Karmic Dice as well, I would definitely turn off.
I turned those off.
Because it feels like making a character a specialist feels pointless. You have like the same chance of succeeding and failing on everything.
Nice jump,
I turned it off about halfway through.
Monsignor XX just
After some guy explained what it does.
True ND. Yeah, that's pretty true. That's true, and yeah, that's true. That's true. That's true. That's pretty true. That's pretty true. I mean Inhouse. That's true. Yeah, that's true. That's true. That's fucking true.
Mostly because, all my criticisms with Greg come true. Underlord has not left the mid lane. And has no impact on the map. It's like, what is Ben really good at? Controlling the early game, ganking lanes, Primal Beast, Pugner, taking towers. What's he picked? A hero that sits mid and does fucking nothing.
Yes, Twaffle.
Bit of poor fear there. But
one person.
This is a messy.
It's a big ice. It's a big combo.
That is a big ult from your boy. Yeah, we could. This will be over in 12 minutes. Oh, Zal!
Kill successfully stolen.
Love that. Twaffle is 0-5 in 12 minutes. That's impressive.
He's definitely having a rough one. I mean, I think the most telling feature of our lane going really badly wrong is if someone still has 3 tangos, because it means every time a fight has started, they've died and just respawned and not had to actually use it.
David's inventory.
He's
just got every single consumable.
And he's gone for a null. He is POS 4.
He actually started going for a null.
I think with quads.
Oh dear.
In classic Wogan fashion, I think no one's actually explained him what you're supposed to do on Invoker. No one's mentioned the word vessel.
Do you know what my issue is with these young guns who come in and think they're the business? Is that, I mean, I've played with David and he insisted on picking Rubik, told me it was one of his best heroes. It was one of the worst things I've ever seen. I don't give a shit what happens in your pubs. I don't care if you did. Oh, I want a pub with this. It's like, yeah, but you're now playing against an organized team in the in-houses or better players if you're playing with us. You can't just pick your Rubik and do nothing and win the game and say, did you see that? I stole one spell and it worked. Like, you're going to have to pick other heroes that you can get good at. This ain't it. So I think now he's going the Wogan way and thinking, I will pick the trickiest heroes. And because I've played them 2 or 3 times, think, I'm going to keep picking this because it worked last time. Yeah. But if you're not picking it to learn, you're never going to get better.
Yeah, if you want to learn the game, don't do this. This is such a bad decision. It's like you know, being in fucking, you know, year 9 maths and opening up some university level textbook.
Yeah, but if you master it, think how impressed everyone will be. That's what you gotta. That's what you gotta think about.
What if he's just the greatest Dota 2 player of all time?
Nice
Who's
job.
David on
The
stream?
spine Apple
Yeah.
just
Ben?
was bad
What
for
if like
3
the
months. Long
epic
overdue
edit
sub.
of
You're
Dave's
the
career
reason I don't know if
starts
that's a
with
good
like our
thing yet.
words dismissing
Good
him,
thankful
you know?
nonetheless.
In 2 years' time, when he's
Love
won
ya.
5 TIs,
Yeah.
and he somehow managed it in 2 years because he's just that good.
I mean, he is a Scandi, so I wouldn't
He is a
put it
Scandi, and
past
Scandis are born to be good at Dota.
him. Yeah.
But right now, it's Thompson who, for the second week in a row, is
Yes,
crushing.
Labs.
Jesus wept. These lads are getting fucking destroyed.
So I remember in Thompson's debut, he played Beastmaster and owned. Now he's crushing on Spirit Breaker.
But we need some too hot for Dota Slayers, so it's fine.
Yeah, I'm happy
Yeah,
with
we
that.
do, yeah.
He could go for more kills here, to be honest. I don't know why he's running.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
It's all coming together.
What I really think, Ted, the changer on our end is we need to stop giving out praise. Which
Yeah.
You know, I think that's a pretty fair solution because they didn't particularly like doing it anyway. So, you know,
The Marcy-
we stop that.
The Marcy's done nothing, but by the way, Zalpa is in this game. Like, hasn't had to be. His team are mullering everybody. And
Yeah,
they're
he's just
16, they're
fired it up.
10k lead at 16 minutes. That is unbelievable. I want to say that
What's Marcy going for? A Maelstrom? Okay.
Maelstrom.
I don't. Is that the thing? I don't think that's the thing.
Twaffle is just
I would
abysmal.
build an armor on this one, so-
All right.
So I would
Armor
say,
bash.
pretty normally, you don't build attack speed on Marcy.
Because she's got her.
Because obviously your unleash is your attack speed.
Yeah.
So that's why you'd normally go Battle Fury
And you
rather
don't
than Maelstrom.
particularly want to build for an attack modifier like Maelstrom because
Radiant are scanning.
I don't know, it just doesn't make any sense.
The
No,
lads
it
love
You're
to
gonna
get
get
Maelstrom.
like one Maelstrom proc every 3 seconds on average. Which
But
is
the
an
lads
extra
love
100
to get
damage.
Maelstrom. They really do.
I think it's just quite.
Well, I think the lads get a little bit confused when you can't build Battle Fury, which is something you would do on Marcy. And they're just like, well, I can't afford the Battle Fury now, so I'll just go Maelstrom instead. I need a farming guy, of course. But you got to realize that sometimes you don't need a farming guy. You just need to go.
I think they got to kill. They're going to smoke here and they're all going to die. And then they're going to call it. Oh no.
They've smoked on a ward. This is so bad. If only Radiant were prepared in the slightest, that would have been a slaughter. but-
Where's the ward? Oh, there it is. Oh, that is just
Yeah, it's
that is
literally
tragic.
Underlord's little tail was literally on top of the ward when they smoked.
Oh, look at how perfect it's placed. It's just out of range of a sentry on that high ground.
Yeah,
That's a nice ward.
That's sneaky.
If
it's
they
cloud
did-
support. That's what I mean.
Yeah.
Good
Take him away
TIs
from the
is-
responsibilities of a core, and he actually plays well.
Is under attack.
But the second he has to CS, he forgets how the game works.
Is under attack.
You could be in for a 3-2-2 here. It's possible.
Who is the ancient / legend on Dire to counter Zal and Clabs? Well, you've got Ben, who wins quite a few in-houses.
Ben wins.
You've
and
got Kara,
is
who's
Kara's good.
one of the
winner.
more fancy players. David is meant to be
And
one of the
Twaffle's
better
got a
up-and-coming.
PhD, so that's all I'm saying.
Yeah. Yet another smart goon who ain't smart enough for notes.
Yeah.
Brain smart, not finger smart.
That's why he's doing theoretical physics. You don't need things for that.
You don't need fingers. In theory you do, but in practice you don't.
Radiant's bottom tower
Marcy.
is under attack.
Just pretty farmed.
Having a pretty relaxed time. Just hitting ancients. Kind of
He-
stressed because he's low health, and there's no real way for him to get it back, but he's chilling.
Under attack.
Pew pew. Pew. Pew pew.
Pew.
They're just
Going
kind
for
of
the early
poking at them.
shard as well.
Yeah, I don't know what it does. I didn't play this hero.
So the new Muerta shard, or Believe in You, is you gain spell lifesteal and you gain a permanent 2% spell amp every time you kill an enemy hero during your ulti.
Two,
you
oh,
get a bit-
permanent.
So you get a bit of
Scaling.
permanent scaling. Yeah.
Oh, okay, well, I'm all over Muerta now.
We do love the permanent scale.
This is a dead bend.
Love these level
This is a
1
fear, that's a decent
sun
fear, and there's a
strikes.
back reply. Marcy's in the back, there's a shout. That's a nice path. And Marcy's gonna go down. So it's a 2-for-1 and
Twaffle! Twaffle!
That's really quite unfortunate.
I think I could build the worst Dota team imaginable, and it would be Twaffle, AD Fire, Amos, KBJ, and Kyle Butters Jr. Oh, sorry, KBJ and Dave Yognor.
Get Chrono in there. You gotta get Chrono in there. Why
Yes,
is AD Fire in there?
Twaffle! I actually, you know what? Let's get Dave out. It's too obvious, and we'll get him in. That's a good shout. Chronos is abysmal. Actually, Epic Doom should be in there somewhere as well. This is getting tricky. Bonks is better than Twaffle. I'm gonna put that out there.
Yeah. I feel like Bonks has a bit of Sarah Beth to it, you know?
A bit of Beth.
She's a bit of a Beth in that doesn't always live up under pressure, but the baseline is okay.
Occasional killer instincts, but in general, you know what you're gonna get.
I mean, I'd wager to say that Sarah Beth has never had a good performance in her life. So.
Exactly, but she's never had a really bad one much either.
I
She'll
don't know.
hit. She lands her ice paths.
People,
She presses Q in lane.
people
she
are
does
saying
fine.
Bonjamon mid. That is.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
We need to get all 10 of these players in the game. All of the players that we consider the absolute worst.
I'm sure they'd be honoured to be sent a DM out from area out of nowhere. Hey, we just think you're one of the worst 10 players to have ever graced the Pyrean flag.
Congratulations!
You
have been
come
selected.
perform?
Oh no, Tom!
Oh, he's stuck it! He's stuck in
Tom's
it!
just stuck in
He's
it.
stuck in it!
How?
This is a classic bug of Underlord. If you drop it right on someone whilst they're phase booted and they come out of phase, they get stuck inside the ult.
Really?
Yeah.
If he bashes it here, oh my god.
He can't get out now. It's too
Can't
late.
get out. Unfortunately, Thompson is being bored.
Yes, David.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
That's exactly how the conversation went when you did the mini Dirtval Mall versus Slacks. Hello, you have been selected as one of the worst players on PFlax's Discord. We need you to take part in a vital experiment to find out who truly is the worst of the worst.
Dire's middle tower is
I feel like for the people throwing Puke's name in here,
Puke
we
is
shit on Puke a
nowhere
lot.
near as bad
He
as
plays
this guy.
against Divines as a mid Ricky and wins a shocking amount of his lanes.
Yeah.
You can't really put Puke in the same conversation
Yeah.
as a Chrono.
No, like these guys, they're not even like conscious.
That was a real Quinn statement, I'll give you that.
Prove to me you're not a dog, right now.
Prove to me you're human. Get on Discord and prove to me you're human.
under attack.
There's a fear.
There is.
You do not
one
know.
man fear.
They keep
And that's,
focusing on the
a
Underlord.
fire.
I wish they would kill everyone else.
Well, they're gonna
Only
at least
only
get
this
the
far
unload.
ahead.
Alright, well,
You can kill whoever you
yeah, it
want.
doesn't really
How's the
matter.
Marcy's farm come? The BKB is halfway there.
Well,
Probably a little bit more than halfway actually. but-
Muerta has now turned up. And they are ready to push mid and start taking buildings. If I was in a Cine kind of mood, I would say, I had to use a lot of spells there, lads. They've used their spells. Of course, their spells are very low cooldown, which is one of the best things about this lineup. They're all up pretty much by the time you're ready to fight again.
I feel like I wish I was in a cine mood more often. You really see the silver lining
Yeah,
wherever
yeah.
you go.
I always tell the goons to put that concept from your mind. Because Cine will say, they've used a lot. And it's like, yes, but we're all dead.
Yeah, we
That's
can't
when
count
they're
that.
meant
There are
to use
some
their
there are
spells.
some relevancies to the we've all died but they've used spells.
Right.
But it's not
Yeah.
it's not as often as we use it.
But then what we end up doing instead of fighting is we just go and farm for a bit, and then
Right,
when
and
they're
then
Oh
they
thank
got
God
them.
guys, they
like,
used all their
let's go
spells.
fight.
Let's hit some creep camps, we're safe.
Dire's bottom tower is
I mean, if they'd used Black Hole and Ravage and Refresher and not got anything from it, and then we take a fight, and then we can take a fight really quickly for some reason, fair enough. But if you're just... We lose 4 heroes and they use their ultimates and abilities to do that, that's worth like 5k to them, and they get an objective, and I've never. I don't understand the logic. In very niche circumstances.
Changes if they get an objective. If they use all their spells to kill you,
and get
but you've done a
nothing.
really good job of pushing lanes out.
Yeah.
And you respawn, and you can have now look out for smokes, go and get objectives yourself, then it works. But if they get an objective, no, the whole equipment's gone. They've got what they wanted at that point.
Yeah, exactly.
Just
And they
killing you-
killed you all, because it's worth so much money, unless they patch that.
No, it's still worth a fair old chunk of moolah. I mean, you can... you look at the bottom of the net worth table, and you can see how the difference of only having 2 kills in the game makes a support.
Yeah.
I mean, it's rough down there.
They're a little poor. They're a little poor.
David is 0-2-0. He's died twice. He hasn't been involved in a kill in any way.
Than almost all of them.
Okay, but most of his team has not been involved in kills. I mean, the Lion with Finger of Death has... I don't believe Finger has been casted this entire
He cast
game.
it.
No.
He cast it once. The fight by the top tier 2, he's blasted Jakiro. Jakiro was fine.
Right.
He was fine. He has glimmer, so...
I think my favourite Gibson response to things happening is when we all go and feed as 5, and then he'll claim the enemy team are tryharding.
Yeah. In unranked Dotes.
It's just like we make the biggest fuck up of all time, and he's like, it's trying so hard.
It's just this is unranked Dotes.
I don't remember the full composition of the stack, but the first game we played back on the new patch, Asherin, they the enemy team picked like all their level 30 heroes, and we were pretty salty about it. We were like, there were some unhappy lads in the stack that day. So sometimes you just don't really want to be hit by level 30 Mars, level 30 Phoenix, and level 30.
No, but like Gibson will always claim the tryharding.
He will always claim the tryharding. Yeah.
If we've lost, even if we've won, he would still say he's allowed to try hard.
Harry pointing out that there are 15 to 16 teams already in GTI.
Is that as much as the actual TI? Is that like 20? Might be 20.
I think it's more than 16 teams. I could be wrong. I feel like it's 2 groups of 10 and then they pair them down. And then you have 2 groups of 8 and then you get a main stage.
Pressing 4-star on Ben, but he doesn't follow up with the Ice Path from Fleet.
What was he hoping would happen there though? Did he 4-staff Zal in? Or did he 4-staff?
No, Clav's 4-staffed Ben out of base.
Oh, okay, alright, I like that.
And then missed the Ice Path afterwards for him.
Alright,
I think
that's
he's
a shame.
trying to do too much at the
Is
same
this gonna
time.
be one of those games where they just can't push?
They can definitely.
They got Muerta and Jakiro.
Muerta ready to go hit towers.
They can just hit.
Yeah, but Muerta is very...
They've even got fucking Jakiro. They don't even need to actually ever hit the tower. Just let
they
Jakiro
just
walk
do
up
this.
and blast it.
I mean, look at that.
Also, David on street is a menace.
He is ready to send out the deafening blast to stop them for half a second.
And then he's got Ghost Walk queued up.
Yeah, to
Because he
escape
knows
and
what's
beat
going to
the
happen.
outlet. Yeah.
Dire's structures are fortified.
I imagine the name like David on street is just like one of those posh roadmen. It's just one of those guys who pretends they have a street background.
David on street,
Yes,
laying
I'm
fire on the
David
beat.
from the street.
David on street.
Coming from old Kensington town.
Chelsea
Kenny
Zone.
T. I think you mean Kenny T, mate.
Kenny T.
Kenny T.
Called Kenny T.
Dire's
This is David.
tower
You
David on
said to me,
street, coming you live from Kenny T.
One is a road fellow.
under attack.
Light work, no reaction. Bet.
Oh shit. Oh my
Going
god.
in.
Uh-oh, this has gone poorly. David down.
They're dropping the buybacks. God bless them.
I mean, I'd like to buy back
One
die
with a big
and then I
stun.
can just call it.
They're
What?
still waiting for 200 gold for BKB, man. Oh, she's setting items for it. Okay, here we go.
Go back. Get back in base. Here we go. Here we go. This is it.
Oh, they
Okay,
used all their
unironically,
spells.
All their
they've
spells.
used their
They've used all their
spells.
spells,
You've got to go. Okay, they used their spells. You've got BKB. If they go for another push, you have to strike.
The thing is, their shit is up in 20 seconds.
Yeah, they don't have long. But look, there will be a 10-second window where they can.
But they've
butcher
used
that.
Roar. They did use Roar. So
I mean, it's you got to pray for the BKB to have massive impact, and you got to fucking go right now. So I don't know why Kara's farming a creep camp up top.
okay, GG.
Okay, they're TP back in. Go, for God's sakes! Oh my god, Muerta ult is back up, Spirit Ring ult's back up.
20 seconds till Pango ult is back, so...
Just fucking
He goes
kill
awful.
them!
He's gonna finger that shit.
Yes!
Awful.
Okay.
Khajiit's
it's
down!
down.
Fight! Fight!
You
Fight!
gotta go, lad.
Fight!
Go.
All their spells up now. Yes, David.
There's no EMP follow-up. He doesn't know it.
No,
They got
you
Yell.
only spell. Oh.
Bit of
Bird.
fancy move.
Oh,
here
she
we
got
go, here
in!
we go. Taliban's got his ult though.
It's
He
just
needs to be
too
shouted
late.
at though. Have they got anything else? No. It's not been a great BKB.
Hootsmon! It's over!
Yeah, this is very callable now.
Please all die.
Stop denying whistling and start calling GG.
Please all die. No! No! Why are you still playing?
We've got one set of racks left, guys. We can play on.
It's a 30k lead and you guys suck!
Look at Dave on stream.
Alright, yes! Excellent!
Nice.
Kill
Get
him
Bird
too! Kill Bird, yes!
Yes, David.
Good job!
Here comes.
The level
Here
1
comes
Sunstrike! Ben going in! Call it! Excellent! Type the letters, thank
Fantastic.
God! 31
Waffle
minutes
with the
on the
PhD, he
nose!
knows how to do it.
Radiant victory.
Another lesson in the books of why not to pick up.
Well, that was fucking awful.
Oh yeah.
MVP?
MVP goes to
Thompson.
Thompson, probably.
Thompson MVP. LVP? I'm going to say Twaffle, but I'm happy
I'm
to
gonna
say
say
anyone
David on
else.
street. Get the fuck off Invoker.
Yeah,
I think
Alright.
I mean, he had 1 assist.
yeah.
But that being said, Torval had 0 kill participation.
He was
Man, we gotta give it to
090.
both of them.
Let's
gotta give it to both of them.
right. Without looking, how much hero damage do you think David did, and how much do you think Twaffle did?
Okay, so David did 4.5k.
Okay.
And Twaffle did. Twaffle, I'm gonna come in with a strong 3.8.
Okay, Plague.
I was thinking 3.5 for Twaffle
Okay.
and like a 5.5 for David.
All right, I'm scrolling over. Oh, they both did 5.2.
Oh wow!
Oh, they did so good. Look at 5.257,
However,
5.269.
Marcy, 5.7. So,
Oh,
Yeah, that's well.
oh,
yeah,
okay.
that is that is honestly one of the worst in-house games I think we've ever had.
Yeah.
Absolute pleasure.
That was dreadful.
I think they all deserve an LVP. To be
I
honest.
think so. I think so.
I think
No,
it might be
agreed.
a global MVP.
It has,
Global MVP.
they were a dog shit.
This mid Underlord was dreadful. The Marcy was dreadful. David, listen to me. Just pick a 4. Just pick a 4. This is some. I know how to play Invoker as a mid, and I'm going to take him as a 4 because I know I'm good on this hero, and it still works as a 4 if you know what you're doing. You don't know what you're doing. You did nothing. You did nothing. Twaffle, there's no point trying to offer you anything. You're a very clever man. You know what you did wrong. You booted up Dotes.
Yeah, you put it up.
And Bird, poor. Very poor. But hey, Kara got 2 kills and Ben got 1, so I'm sure they'll take heart from that.
Yeah.
What a truly abysmal game.
What's passive GPM out of curiosity? Does anyone know?
Passive
I think
GPM?
it's.
There's passive gold and there's the
90?
other gold, isn't there?
I think
90.
It's 90 something.
So Twaffle ends up on 122 GPM.
Oh, no, are you
So-
serious?
Not that much beyond the base
So
90 or 100
that's
GPM.
essentially 1 creep per minute worth of extra gold. And David, about the same. Maybe 2. Wow. I don't think I've ever seen 122 GPM. I think that
Yeah, that's
might be
pretty
the
low.
lowest. An XPM of 212? Twaffle? I'm going to go out on a limb and say that is the worst performance we've ever seen in the in-houses.
I think it's got to be a KBJ.
I think that's a KBJ. I think that's a KBJ.
And I think it's a
award.
KBJ for David as well. Let's spice up this.
Double KBJ.
Yeah,
we have
spice
never
it
had to
up.
do this before, but I actually think this is correct. I think this is a double KBJ. 1 for Twaffle, 1 for David. who were both excrementally bad. I'm going to say it. Double KBJ.
And then LVPs for the other.
Double
And LVPs
KBJ,
for everybody else.
3 LVPs.
That makes this the worst performance
I
in
feel like
in-house history.
we have to withdraw Thompson's MVP now. You're basically playing against toddlers.
Yeah. Let's give him an on. Well done.
On. Congrats.
You beat people who cannot play Dota. Well done. You get a fucking golf clap for that. Twaffle, congratulations. This is my worst performance ever, I'm sure. What a way to go out. You're not quitting, are you? Or dying?
I think he said he's taking a break for a bit.
Okay.
Also, he's got something on.
Okay, fair.
They need him in physics, mate. You know, there's some big stuff going on.
What if we're the reason he doesn't get a Nobel Prize? He's devoting too much time to the analysis. He misses out on the vital discovery.
Some paper somewhere, of course, head of his field was Twaffle before he became distracted by Dota 2 and the so-called in-houses run by...
The biggest discovery is made Tuesday 9 PM, and sadly, Twaffle was not there for it.
Well, best of luck with your job, Twaffle, mate. Something you are good at.
Yeah.
We're assuming. He could be toxic at that as well.
What if he is the KBJ award of physics and he kills us all? Like in Oppenheimer, in the trailer, they're like, "You're telling me this could destroy the planet?" Twaffle would be the guy who's working on the Oppenheimer thing, the project, and it does destroy the planet. They're like, "Twaffle!" as the planet is in place. Sorry, lads. Oh wait, don't die, mate. We're just fucking with you. So, as someone points out in chat, the passive gold goes up.
For 5
So
months.
it starts at 90, it caps out at 150 at 175 minutes. So it goes up gradually. So if you end up with that low a GPM after
And then
half
he
an hour,
might well be at passive.
yeah, I think
on
he's
average.
close to passive.
I saw it at 175 minutes. How long was the game? 30 minutes.
30. So
Does it scale linearly?
I don't know.
30 over 175.
I mean, it would have gone up by
by
six or something by that point, wouldn't it?
multiply that by 90 plus 150.5 minus 90, and we have. That's not right. How have I done that? The
So
calculations have not gone well.
Big Alts TV says it's 99.8 at 30 minutes. Here, periodic goal. This is from Kotori. It might cap out. Oh, so at 12. So by 30 minutes, it's 99.8. So it's gone up by 9. Well, let's say 10.
No, we want it at 15 minutes. So that'll be the average, right?
So I think it looks like it goes up by 3 every 10 minutes. I would say that's about right. I don't know whether time in game. Oh, okay. So it's hard locked. So it starts at 90. At 12 minutes, it goes up to 94.8.
I can tell you exactly how much gold he received passive across the course of this game.
Oh, okay.
You can work out. He received 75.9% of his gold was passive. At 2,910 gold in the 30-minute game.
Wow.
75%.
That's incredible.
And then 6.6% was bounty runes, which you also don't have to do anything for.
Wow. All right, who we got? Jake, Gido, Hellboy, Wad, and Dan versus Alfredo, Seth, Madge, Winston, and
This is a bit higher quality.
This will hopefully be slightly better.
Radiant team ban.
So the All Crusaders Are Bastards is a picture of a kitten or a cat with a knife on top of 2 Crusader
And
icons,
then
the skeleton from Doom. It looks like. I don't know what that's from. What is that from?
I think it's from like a meme or something. I don't know.
It looks like some of the baddies in Doom. It's not, but and then Queenslanders is a Rust image, I think.
Yeah, it's a guy with a
Holding a stone spear.
Oh, no, it's a spear.
So, but how have they done that? Have they made this, or is this a meme?
Yeah, I think they've made it. Oh no, I think
it looks like real YouTube thumbnail quality.
It's some YouTuber's thing. Queenslanders.
Oh, okay. Ben says, "I'm not saying it wasn't crap, but I'm looking forward to this."
But
we did have 2 big bad players. What does that mean?
And you decided to just be an AFK bot mid.
Ben, you did nothing. Your job as the mid is to do something, and you did nothing. You were absolutely fucking useless.
You did end up on the slug, whether through choice or through coincidence.
And you had 2 players who are.
You forfeit your right to talk about the rest of your team when you're playing slug mid.
Aren't you on one? Is Ben on the team of like the? Like, aren't him and Kara on the same team in GTR that everyone's like, shit, that team's strong?
They are too hot for
if you two
like
on Too Hot for Dotes, that are one of the more fancy teams in GTI, can't pick good heroes and play them well and itemize well and help your fucking team win that game, you are fucking dog shit. There you go. I said it.
There it is. There it is.
I feel like, you know, I don't need to worry about as much about Too Hot for Dota now.
Yeah, we're gonna be fucking fine.
Yeah.
I'd be amazed if they make it out of the group stage.
Just gonna have a good go at them there.
5 seconds remaining.
Have they fixed the UI for this new ban system? I remember when it first came out, it was like disappearing off the bottom of your screen.
Wait, so are there 4 bans before anything happens?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you can get rid of a fair few heroes.
Jesus.
But look, it is still broken. Look, it says I think it's saying it should be a pick right now, but it's 2 more bans.
Yeah.
It's definitely still fucked.
Yeah, that's not
Dire
right.
team pick.
It is not Dire Team's pick, or is it?
It is Dota. It's 4 to 3
What?
bans.
So 4-3 bans.
Did they miss a ban? What?
No, it's
it's
4 to 3.
And then you have a
1
round
to
of picking,
2.
and then we're back to banning. Interesting.
What are they doing?
I don't know. Wait, did they miss one?
No, because
No,
it
they
says
didn't.
pick. It's their turn to
10 seconds
pick,
remaining.
and then it's the opposing team's turn to pick,
Is this real?
and then opposing team bans,
They banned twice for the second phase.
and then
That's
they
sick.
have 2 bans, and then it's pick, and then more bans.
Fuck,
and
I
then
wish
the
I wasn't
last.
so goddamn
Hell.
thick, man. I wish I could understand what this meant for Dota 2.
Well, I'll tell you what
yeah.
it means. I'll tell you what it means is you can get a load of shit out of the way early on instead of having this 10-minute
Yeah,
cluster.
but one team can.
Well, because previously the way you thought about drafting is you'd pick
10 seconds.
your final pick of each phase would be a hero, like your important hero,
5 seconds.
and then the next ban phase would be you banning its counters.
Right.
So you can kind of force them into a way to playing. But now they've changed the ban system, which means it's gonna be really different because the last pick for the second phase. I know.
Plague, I can tell you exactly what it is. Are you ready?
Sure.
Are you ready? They know that they can't balance all the heroes in Dota. So you give people 7 bans so they can handle the problem. You have 7 heroes that you can remove from the game without even having to give anything away. You can ban all the OP heroes. 7 bans. Gone. Then you both get a pick that gives nothing away. This is your flex pick. So they both pick a flex pick. Then another few bans. Ban some more OP heroes and shit you don't want to play against. Shit they beat you with last time. Then you have 6 picks. So you can start to pick most of your draft at that point. And then give them a surprise at the end. That's it. So this is literally saying, alright, we give up. We know that there are going to be heroes who we cannot fucking balance in the middle of TI. So we know that you guys will figure this out. You can ban 7 of them.
Someone else do the
5
job.
seconds remaining.
Then you
I
pick
guess it's
one
specific.
each. And you know that they're going to pick flex heroes or hard supports. Probably flex picks. And then at that point, even then, you've got 3 more bans and then 6 fucking picks. 6! It's crackers. There's going to be cheese drafts coming up.
I like this a bit more. This 6-pick thing I like a lot more.
It's fun. Because all that happened
just-
previously is...
Remaining.
I think this allows for drafts not to become the same fucking thing over and over
Yeah,
and
that's
over
fair.
again.
They're gonna have to evolve a lot more against each other, right? Like you can't just pick the hero you want to pick, ban its 2 main counters, and say, "Try and beat me, I fucking dare you."
Right.
You're gonna have to actually really pick your drafts up on the fly, or really stick to your own concepts and say, "I think conceptually we've just got the idea. We've just got a better idea."
Radiant
Now
Which
it's
I love
like,
a lot. I
you've
like
got an
it.
idea, that's cool. We are going to do the picking now. And you're going to have to think about how to counter us on the fly. You can't just ban the hero we're going to pair it with. Because if we get this hero through, we're going to pick those 2 at the same fucking time. And then you can't respond with a ban. You have to now counter pick us.
That's why I thought
10
Liquid
seconds
Spirit was
remaining.
so much more hype than Liquid Gaming, because Liquid and Spirit have completely different
5
ideas of how to play the game.
seconds
So
yeah.
watching them play against each other is so much more interesting than
Yeah.
Liquid and Gaming, who are just, we've
Liquid
got the best
Gaming
laners in the
both wanna pick
world,
less
and one of
IO.
us is going to win the
remaining.
lanes.
Dire team pick.
I made a boo-boo and got a parking ticket
Did you?
on
How'd
my
you do that?
road.
Nice
Oh,
job,
So,
Alistair.
thank you.
Dr. Jonas
Ah.
trattino basso gifted Reginald Thessera subscription.
Gifting a
Dr.
sub to
Jonas
Reg.
trattino basso gifted a tier 1 sub to Reginald Thesser.
10 seconds.
Why-
but
They
sus
have
Reg.
given 914
Why Reg
gift
not get
subs in
own
the
sub?
channel.
5 seconds remaining.
Why Reg not get own sub? Been here a long time.
Team pick.
Reg.
Very
Fucking
disappointing.
Skyra.
Skyrath Oracle. Squishy boys. We're not going to have
So
a
right now, I
repeat
want to
of
see a
TI-10.
pick. I want to see a pick that handles Phoenix. If I'm thinking pro game, I want to see a pick that handles Phoenix a little bit
Well,
from
that's why
like.
I opened Snap.
10 seconds remaining.
Yeah, you open Snap and then pick Phoenix, and your Phoenix is a bit protected.
Eri says, we're not
But
going to have a
then-
repeat of TI-10 Spirit LGD Game 5. Do we have to let through the mag or the tiny like? Exactly. Like now, if something's bullshit, it just never gets fucking played. Isn't Reg a Goon TI announcer and a team manager, yet not a sub? Laughing Puck, you're not a sub either, so your voice here is moot. Whatever you say is wrong, essentially. It's a moot point because you are not a sub. I don't like when people say it's a mute
10
point.
seconds
Have you heard that?
remaining.
I have.
It annoys me.
There's also the famous the
5
moo
seconds
point
remaining.
from Always Sunny.
A moot
It's
point.
it's a moo point because it comes from a cow. No one cares about what a cow says. Like, I think that was the argument that was made.
Oh, that's good. He is a sub, says Jonas. I'm looking.
Oh, it's from Friends. Sorry.
Laughing Duck.
That's just they just all meld into one.
Following previously subbed for 7 months. I see previously subbed. Laughing Puck, not a sub. Yeah, I'm in a mood to shame people.
Radiant
You're not
team
subbed
pick.
to this channel of all
This
channels.
is a very value channel.
This is one of the best channels out there. Your messages won't be read. You don't essentially have to do anything.
Is this where we coerce people into subbing?
We
Get
can-
those primes out. Let's
Get
get
the
some primes in
wave
here.
going, or I'm going to
Get the
turn the
primes in.
stream off. That's what I should do.
5
In the middle of a
seconds
hype
remaining.
moment, pause the game. If you want to keep seeing this game on stream, you better
Listen,
sub.
you're gonna have to sub, or we're turning this car around. And we're going home.
Basically, what you're saying is you want to do Patreon only in-house streams. One game a night is Patreon only.
Oh,
Gotta be a sub to watch it.
we were. I was reading about the different ways that popular podcasts do their thing, and I think it's Is it Ludwig's podcast that he
The
does?
Yard, yeah.
So you get an hour for free, and for Patreons
Yep.
they get the second hour. And I thought that is actually
Oh,
genius.
damn! Yeah, that would make people pay.
But then we have to do 2 hours of podcast.
That's a lot of podcasts.
I mean, there are
But if
four.
but
of them.
if it made you make a lot more money,
Right.
you probably wouldn't care about that.
But we're
extra hour.
not gonna make as much as Ludwig.
10
No,
His
obviously not, but I'm
podcast
saying-
makes
I'm
like
saying if you're in that position, then
he's making like 6 figures a month from that
yeah,
shit.
it's no problem for you.
Yeah.
An extra hour, fuck it.
Do you see what Eri just wrote?
He said there have been 20 lads who have subbed just to play in GTI, and I've banned half of them. Why?
Because they're probably too good or shit, you know?
Oh.
Like Divine's coming in to play Goon TI, subbing to get on the Discord to join in, and then Eri says no.
They
Fuck
do.
'em.
Yes, they have guests. There are 4 of them, and I also think people fucking love those guys. Like, they can just
Dire team
say
up.
anything. Really,
Storm Spirit.
it must be great.
I think our content is very valuable.
I like.
We
the
talk
in-houses
about the
and
same topics, but they are slightly updated each week as we get new information on the matters.
things. Agreed. We're essentially doing valuable research as
Yeah.
part of
10
the stream.
seconds remaining.
I mean, football's returning soon, and then it really gets
Football has
hot in
returned,
game
I
2.
think
Has it
you'll
actually
find.
fully returned?
It has returned, just nothing that interesting has happened yet. QPR won a game. Can you believe that?
Huzzah and hurrah!
That's big news. Aside from that, everyone is just shipping off the Saudi, which is not that surprising because they're just getting paid out of their ears or whatever the saying is.
Paid out of their ears. That is
It's
the
something
saying.
like that.
I believe that is the saying. Bournemouth drew 1-1 with West Ham. And we pinged the ball about very nicely. It was quite impressive. They scored a really good goal. We scored a decent goal,
10
but
seconds remaining.
we've got problems. I think we do look okay. I mean,
5
Luton are in the
seconds
top
remaining.
flight, and they looked fucking
Yeah.
abysmal when I saw
Yeah,
them.
but they're playing Brighton. It's a good side. It's a tough first game.
Yeah, but they look
Also, like their
Really
their team is real not good. They haven't got many funds behind them.
no. I mean, they basically just sort of snuck in.
Dire team.
Refereeing seems to be as shambolic as
Yeah.
it's always been.
Fucking dog shit.
It feels like there's now sub factions in the refereeing world. There are some people who are calling people out for anything, other people who are just like not doing anything. It's there's no
10
consistency.
seconds.
That's-
I guess there never really has been, but
No, but I mean that
it feels even more like there's no consistency.
Yeah, I think the reason that it feels
Bezzimen
worse.
just resubed for 7 months.
Oh, grazie.
Cheerperion. Hoping to see you at the emoticon sorridente.
Ah, grazie mille. Emoticon solidente, grazie. Emoticon solidente, and it's a picture of a smiley face. So solidente means smile. Any Italians in chat? Can you confirm that? So I think the thing is, I've got 2 football things to talk about. First of all, yes, refereeing. If you think about it, if you know that there are people, sorridente means smiling. Okay, if you are watching football and a decision happens, and you know that there are cameras on that, and they can look at it back and then make a decision, you expect consistency even more than you did before. Because you knew that every ref was going to be different. It's the same in every sport. Certain refs favour certain things. Certain refs are certain things they'll always give, and certain referees will always give Man United a penalty or whatever it is. But you think with VAR, how can they get anything wrong?
Like 4 other lads
Yeah.
who should be independent.
And it's not even like if you look at a footage of something happening, it either has happened or it hasn't. Like it's now still coming down to 4 lads umming and ahhing and rolling back and forth. I don't know. Is it a towel? I don't know. How can they still not, between them 4 of them, not come to a conclusion?
And I don't know if you saw the penalty controversy in the Man United game too.
I heard, yeah.
But I don't know if you've seen the video of it.
I haven't.
The goalkeeper just cleans him out. He just cleans out this guy going for header completely away from the ball. It's pretty much a clear foul. Like, I don't know what's going on, and they don't even ask the referee to go over look at the screen.
Yeah, it's bizarre.
And then of course Gary O'Neill gets a yellow card for complaining.
And the other thing I wanted to talk about was Harry Kane going to Bayern Munich for 100 million quid.
Yeah.
I read about what the German papers made of it. What do you think they made of it?
I suppose they thought it was
that's
a fucking
great
stupid
question.
idea.
They said, why the fuck is Germany having to spend money to sign strikers? Where's it gone wrong? Now I'm going to tell you
Wait,
right
so
now.
they're getting worried at their own homegrown talent.
Yes, they're saying we used to churn out strikers, and now apparently we're having to spend £100 million on an Englishman.
When they say they used to churn out strikers,
Right.
you know, it wasn't as if there was, every club had a fucking German striker. In Germany, sure.
Right, exactly.
They had a few top strikers, but
I think that's their point.
There were fucking no Germans.
Is that this is not like for example, in Italy, Italian clubs, some of them still have an Italian striker. In France, they have French strikers. In England, we have some English strikers. They're saying we are the biggest club in Germany, and there's no big German striker for us to sign. There's no striker in Germany that's like, that's the guy.
30 seconds.
That's their concern. Is it previously?
Were they worried about that when they signed fucking Mane as well? Why is it now they're concerned?
Because it's 100 million quid.
100 mil, yeah.
And I think he's 30, and it's 100 million quid.
You
So-
can still get a good amount out of
I
them.
don't doubt it. But their concern was, sure, what's gone wrong? And honestly, it's a question that we should be asking, is how is Germany not producing it? And I know that the Secret Footballer said that clubs don't give a shit about producing defenders or strikers. Because first of all, teams don't buy defenders and strikers as much as they buy midfielders. And teams love
midfielders.
to buy
I mean, Chelsea
midfielders.
has bought like 15 midfielders
Right.
in the last 2
Wogan
weeks.
trattino
Because you
basso
can fit
trattino
more of them
basso
into a
just
side,
resubed for 25
and
months.
you-
Said
you-
to
if
miss
you
playing
can
in
play
this
with
game would go Wizards
hold on.
emoticon ammiccante.
Thank you. You can play with 3 midfielders and then 2 wingers. That's 5 players. And clubs will happily say, we need another winger, and go out and buy a winger. Or we need another midfielder, and go out and buy a midfielder. But they're not going to change their centre-back halfway through the season very often. Unless he's been an absolute disaster. Most teams tend to sit on the defenders they've got. So the resellability of midfielders is much higher. So all of the training, the youth coaching has gone into producing midfielders. And so clubs have just stopped producing strikers. If someone's quick and has an eye for goal, they train them up as a midfielder. Because that's much more saleable. And I mean, think about how few good strikers there are. There's hardly any.
Yeah,
West Ham are thinking of signing Dominic fucking Solanke from us. Dominic Solanke might, and also Spurs were interested because there were so few players.
Yeah, I mean Spurs are a little bit done now.
Yeah,
I think they were looking at some 21-year-old from the Belgian league. Like, was there really no one else?
yeah. I mean, Dominic Solanke might get picked up by a bigger club than us, and honestly, you couldn't blame them because. What choice do they have? There are no other fucking strikers out there. They just aren't. So it's kind of interesting to think about in that way. And we were also talking about XG, and apparently when it comes to XG, a penalty is worth 0.8 XG. Like that's the likelihood of you scoring a penalty. It's 77%, but they factor it as 0.8 XG. So teams are apparently telling players, and have been for a while, if you get into the box, don't have a shot. Just try and get a penalty. Like, run around and try and get them to foul you, and we'll get a penalty, and that's much more likely to succeed.
So is that like a Moneyball style
Yeah,
method?
it's literally them just saying, like, well, look, it's much easier for us to score if we get a penalty, so just try and get a penalty. So the reason it's become a slightly controversial, my mate was talking about this to me today, is because they're then saying, maybe we shouldn't give a penalty for every foul in the box to stop teams doing this. But to me, the correct response to that is to say to defenders, don't fucking boot them up in the air. If they're in the box, just fucking tackle them or shepherd them away or go for the ball. But most defenders seem quite clumsy compared to the attackers. So if you think that running around in the box with 4 players around you is more likely to lead to a penalty, I think the issue is your defenders, not the attacker and the nature of penalties. XG is expected goals. And it's basically given a shot from a certain position and a certain range, what is the likelihood this will result in a goal? So you look at the chances that the team has created, and your XG is based on a combination of... Wait, where are we eyeing? Oh, mid.
It was just mid.
Okay.
It was very close fight.
Yeah, I mean,
XG is just like a metric
Go on,
that they give at the end of the game.
Have they ever considered changing how much a goal is worth?
No.
So you can devalue penalties.
No. Here's something. So they thought about a few things.
Because obviously rugby, you have the try is worth more, and if you get penalties, you can kick for them.
Right.
But you still need to score the tries at the end of the day.
So I think it's far too ingrained in football that a goal is
Yeah,
won.
of course. They never would. But...
No, but I mean, so what they did think about, and what they've spoken about, I don't think they've ever thought about it, but if you think about the difference between a penalty and a foul, I can foul you in a way that's going to win us the game. Like, I can literally foul you in a way that, like, let's say, and this has happened, it happened to England in the Euro final.
Euro finals, right? Yeah.
Drag the guy down. If that was in the box, that's a penalty. But instead, they've denied us a goal scoring opportunity. Even if he gets a red card at that point in the game, it is 100% worth. So why wouldn't you do it? The professional foul. I remember Solskjaer got sent off. Oh, they got a Hellboy died to match. Solskjaer dragged, I think it was a Nottingham Forest player, might have been either way. He was through on goal and he just hauled him down. Like, grabbed him and hauled him down and got sent off, and everyone applauded because they knew what he'd done. He had denied a goal, and even though he got sent off and he's going to get a ban for a game or two or whatever, it was worth it. And that's the professional foul, which is where you know you have to do it, you know it's not cool, but what choice do you have? So what they could do is say, if it's a foul like that, that's a red card, that's a fucking penalty. Like, why is
Expand the area that penalties can be given.
Essentially, you're just saying, oh, it has to be in this little area, because that's where people score goals. But people score goals outside the box all the time. So it's kind of silly to say, this is where penalties
I might
are.
be wrong, because I haven't played it for a little while. But I think in like field hockey, you can either have like a penalties type situation, or if like the foul is egregious enough, or like the ball is going in, you just get a free goal.
Right.
Instead, like so, there's no faffing about with the penalties. You just get a goal.
So I
mean,
think
there's like the
is there
remove
as
the
much
defender
diving?
concept as well.
Is there as much diving in other sports? Because football has a lot of diving. It's a very fast game, and it's very hard to tell, is this guy diving or was this a real foul? It just is. Even with VAR, you see some, like if you're running at full speed and someone clips your ankles, you're gonna fall over.
Yeah.
Could he have stayed on his feet? Maybe. Should he have to stay on his feet? Probably not. Why should he be given a disadvantage for getting booted? So it's very difficult. It's hard to gather stats in football, and it's hard to really figure out punishments and.
Yeah, I mean the thing is like you think you have it all sorted out, and then some situation comes along and it just fucks it.
Yeah.
And then you're out of ideas again, and you got to go back to the drawing board.
I mean, I just think if we fucked less with football and left it up to the referees, it was plenty entertaining before.
Yeah, I mean, like for example, when they changed offside to be like,
oh my god, it's so
if
bad.
your nose is in front, like offside was probably fine before, and then it created all this controversy.
So the whole point of offside is to stop people goal hanging. Not you were a millimeter in front of this lad. Because that doesn't fucking matter. That's not the objective of the rule. The rule is to stop someone standing in a clearly offside position, waiting to have the ball punted up to them so they can just knock it in. That's the whole point. Not, oh, his toe was off. Because who gives a shit? For a while, it was there has to be daylight between them. They got rid of that. It was stupid.
I think now it's the chest or something.
It's something they could score
before
with.
It was like any body part.
It's any body part they can legitimately score with. So your arm can be offside, no problem.
Yeah.
Woo! He lives.
Yeah, and handball's had crazy evolution recently. It's like handball. Obviously, like if it just smashes into your hand, there's no chance to react.
Right, but if your arm is at a quote unnatural angle,
yeah,
then they're like, "Ooh, what's his arm doing there?" So what do you?
If your arm helps you,
right?
Even if it's unintentional,
Nice job,
if it
Alistair.
aids you in getting the ball in the
for
correct
un
position,
month.
it's also handball, even though it's unintentional.
The problem is, you can't have a situation where if it hits your hand, it's a penalty, because players can just boot it at your hand.
Yeah.
And they're good enough to do that. They'll just chip it up into your hand and go, penalty! Like, you could just be nowhere near a shot and just boot it into the guy's hand and go, I touched his hand. So it has to come down to a judgment.
I mean, this is my point, though. It's like every rule they add, there's another situation that comes along which is complicated.
Exactly.
I watched England when we were in like the netball finals recently for the first time ever. So I tuned in to watch that. It's the first time I watched netball. And every single point was down to like referees blowing like fouls. Every 2 seconds, like if they even slightly touch, to be a foul, and you're allowed to move slightly closer to the net, just over and over again until you scored.
Was it boring?
And it was both
as
teams
shit?
just going backwards and forwards. And sometimes it was like really like cool, like team plays, and the passing was excellent. And then it'd just be whistle blown foul, move a bit closer. Whistle blown foul, move a bit closer. Whistle blown foul. Now they can't put their arms in the way. Whistle blown foul. Now you can just shoot for free. Every single one. I was like, this is really not that interesting. And I'm sure there's good reasons for it. Like, you don't get to that point if there isn't need for it. But it was like, man, this as a viewing experience fucking sucks.
Yeah. I think that quite often that as a sport evolves and gets older, people get so good at it that they almost feel like this has to stop or this is getting an unfair advantage, so we need more rules. But the problem then is it basically becomes a bureaucracy rather than a sport. And at that point you think, what is this for? Because now, the result is apparently so important that we cannot get any detail wrong. That's the whole problem with VAR.
But we get fucking details wrong all the time.
Right.
And
But
the
the
result is not
idea
important
is-
because we don't do anything about the result being wrong, which it often is.
Oh, troll?
Nothing happens. It's just an apology or whoops or something like that. Like,
But it's like, it's just a game of football. Why are we treating this like if we get this wrong, people are going to die? They're not.
Because there's people gambling a lot of fucking money.
That's it, yeah.
yeah, maybe that's it.
Oh, what a kill.
Jesus. I'm just watching this fight top. Woo! Fucking Oracle shit.
I just watched Madge try and like zip in on Hellboy and do some cool things, and just get obliterated with 3 razors.
Wow.
It's quite funny.
So you say money, but I guess it's just that the owners are now like, there's no way I'm having my season settled by a bad decision. So we want VAR, because this is worth so much at this point that we cannot have any mistakes. But the product is going to suffer because of it. But apparently people are still watching, so I don't know who gives a shit.
Yeah, I think people always, pretty much always keep watching unless they do something else.
Oh, hello, this is a nice double
Very
kill
nice
bot.
team
That
play
was
bot.
nice, yeah. Nice
And they've got this
rotation.
like, if they can enable Sky, and he can just rotate between Storm and Legion, it's a really nice, like, mid-game combo here. Go hunting with Storm or go hunting with Legion. It means if either one is missing from the map, the enemy team has to play scared.
Let's get back to something that Play can talk about, because we could talk about football.
Well, I think he had some contributions.
Yeah, but
Contributed about other sports.
But it's clearly not his thing, so I don't think it's
I
fair.
don't mind.
What should we talk about? Cheese or?
I would love to talk about cheese.
Yeah, why don't you, let's keep talking about football and not just start roasting me, if that's alright. That'd be fantastic. I quite like this diversion.
Alright, we can talk about what a big baby Plague is,
Yeah.
Oh my god.
but not being able to take a bit of flame for his love of cheese. I mean, who's upset about that?
Nothing wrong with liking cheese.
I love cheese, mate. We can talk about cheese all day.
I'm big on cheese. What I couldn't find in the shops, which I was a little bit disappointed by, is Emmental.
Oh yeah,
Emmental I don't like. I don't like normally. However, in a Mediterranean fish soup, you got to crack some Emmental in there.
Oh, I like the sound of that. My cheese that I would like to recommend, purchasable from any good cheese vendor, is called Chaource.
Chaource.
It's a French cheese. Chaorce. It's got the sort of texture of... It's not goat cheese, but it has kind of goat cheese qualities in that it comes in a wheel. It's got a crumbliness to it. But if you leave it for a bit, around the rind, it melts. So you have melty brie around a goat cheese textured non-goat cheese. It is so fucking
So does it taste? Does it taste like goat's cheese?
No, not at all. No. It's just the texture. It's just the texture.
What does it taste like?
Like it's quite a mild cheese flavor. It has a slight hint of bitterness. It's like a very slightly bitter brie. Have you ever had Wensleydale? Or Cheshire cheese.
Yeah.
So you know, it's Cheshire cheese is the crumbly one, isn't it?
Yeah.
So it's not as crumbly as that, but it's got that slight piquancy. I love a bit of Chaource. Love it.
Chaource.
Chaource.
I don't think I've ever seen.
No,
Where did you get that from?
Waitrose.
Oh, I see. Well,
But it's one of the ones that Waitrose does all their packaged cheese for plebs, and then they also have the fancy cheese
they have
section,
a cheese section.
which is like all the cheese you've never heard
Is
of.
this like the olive section where they have
Like 20 olives,
yeah, they have 50,000 types of olives, and they're all stuffed with various things.
It's so good.
That genuinely used to be a big highlight of my week when I was a kid.
Getting cheese.
No, the olives. We would pop into
I love olives.
Pop into Waitrose, and you know my parents would let me have like a pot. You get like a pot. You just like crack in whatever olives you want. And you can get like anchovies and stuff. And you get like those sweet.
Basically, what you're saying is you're doing posh pick and mix.
Yeah, it's posh pick and mix. Yeah.
Well, it was delightful.
Oh, absolutely.
So I love. You can get olives stuffed with a clove of garlic.
Oh, those are good.
So good. Makes you very smelly, but very good.
Yeah. Oh, it doesn't matter at that point. You know, I'm past loving.
Oh yeah. I'm also a big fan of. I think they're called Noccalera or Noccarella olives. Which are big fat green olives with a stone in, and they're like there's a big old fucking stone in these things, but they are big fat green olives. They're so good. Egg.
Oh, nice. That's a lovely egg.
That is a big egg, but it doesn't matter. Oh shit, Troll gets his ult.
Hold up, that's a nice Oracle ult too.
Oh wow, is he gonna be alright? I think he might be dead. Oh, he's perched, he's healed. Head comes in, nice head. Well fucking played, head.
Good timing.
Whoa!
fuck, you got him, lads.
Oh fuck, you got him. No ult on SF. He is going right click SF. The build should tell you that, but yes, he is going right click SF. This is the OD build.
That's funny because if he had his ult there, that was the easiest one fight of their lives.
Yeah, that really would have been a lot of kills.
So it's a real dick move not to have it. Just hanging his Phoenix out to dry, but I'm sure he'll eventually stumble across it.
So black olives are my eldest's favorite olives. She loves black olives. They're not my favorite. They're okay.
I do like green olives more. They just seem tasty.
I also prefer green olives more.
They've just got a bit more
when
about
they're
them.
combined,
there's a bit more to
the green ones have a bit more to them, you know? The black ones are always a bit more shriveled.
So, you know the red olives?
I've not seen a red olive.
Red olives.
So, when you...
red? What are we talking about?
Not very red. I would say, you know the way
Is it like a purple-y or...
Yeah, almost like a purpley red. Almost like a sort
Okay.
of... not crimson, I don't want to say, but... I don't know what color... how I can describe the red. It's like, you get your green olives, you get your black olives, like the really black
I've
olives.
had like sort of
Like a burgundy,
reddy, purpley
yeah.
ones.
So there's like an in-betweeny kind of red olive. Kalamata, thank you. They're like a halfway house between the two.
Yeah.
Grape? Which idiot said that? APB, very funny. Like, I think black olives are a lot better when you have them with something, like in a salad or something like that, or maybe
I can agree with that.
With feta. I'd like that, but on their
Yeah,
own,
but
I find
that's just like a nice Greek salad.
yeah, it's just like an upgrade, really. Because on their own, I just find them a bit sort of like, it's all right, but
I was going to say actually about olives. I'm immediately suspicious of someone who just flat out doesn't like olives.
I agree.
I was wondering if there's any other foodstuffs that you lads think. If someone says they immediately don't like them, you'll think,
So Mrs. F doesn't
sure
like
about that.
olives. She won't eat olives, and it's been a source of consternation.
But are there
between
any
us.
other foodstuffs? Because olives is like a
There's
point
quite
of
a few
contention.
things. There's quite a few things that she won't eat that I'm like, how can you not like X? And she just
I
doesn't.
think cheese for me, because there's so many types, so much variety.
She likes
so
people
many
just
different...
say I don't like cheese.
I have
I've
heard
never
people
said
say
I don't
that.
like
I've
cheese.
heard
Yeah.
people say that. Yeah.
I don't like
shocking
cheese,
as
I
it
don't like
is.
cheese. I think that's my main one, I'd say.
Well, I think that's fair enough, because that's deranged. Another nice egg.
But they're not going to get the duel win.
This is some good spellcasting.
Yeah, this is some
Oh,
good
the
fucking
ulti from the
spellcasting.
back.
That was
We like
nice.
this spellcasting.
This troll is in big trouble. He's dead. No, he's
Troll's
not. He's
bot.
not in the fight. Carry
Not
on.
even in the fight. Of course, Pyram was referring to the troll camp that was just being farmed by Hellboy, which was actually being farmed.
Thank
Maybe
you,
that's
Plague.
why.
Yes, I was 100%. Why don't they let me cast pro games anymore? I don't know what. Snook timed out Grumpy. Good heavens. You fucking flex on him. Snook, whatever you banned him for, I'm down.
It was someone saying they don't enjoy puns. So that's
Okay.
That's
All right,
that's
now I'm
right.
conflicted. Actually, I
Yeah.
take it back.
That is actually a step too far.
Yeah, that
in
might
my
be.
books.
That might be an.
We allow the punning.
Are we gonna
We allow the
unload
punning
Snook?
from certain individuals, but going ahead and making your own rules about
Yeah,
pun.
yeah, you're right. Snook, that's
interesting.
you're on a one strike. That's one strike for Snook. Sarah Beth making an apology. The only way it would have been two strikes if she'd banned him and made a pun
Oh,
at the
it's
same
because he
time.
punned as
He
well.
made a pun. She was actually enforcing the rule.
Whoa!
I only read the first half.
Okay, in that
Actually
case,
spreading fake news to force a
I
demon.
apologize.
I'm spreading fake news. I'm
I
just
was-
spreading half the news.
I was misinformed. That might as well be fake, though.
I read the headline. That's good enough.
I bet he read. Look, he was literally admitted he loves spreading disinformation. I reckon he read the entire thing and he saw a chance to twist the knife.
I actually just read it. I did read the whole thing, but I didn't see the pun.
That's like if 9/11 happened and you
I
just
just
said some
skipped
lads
over
got on a plane. That's half the headline.
Oh my god!
You've gotta
Steve
finish
is
it.
So funny. She posted super secret shithole like it's a really big mod problem. That's so cute.
So Grumpy's post was, I will never enjoy puns for as long as olive, like olive. Note the last word, it was a pun. Alright.
So my question is therefore, why was he only banned for 1 second?
Yeah, I would give him an hour.
Locked him in for 20 minutes.
Hour.
I'll
1315. That'll do. Yeah,
an
bosh it up. Poor Snook.
I've done it. I've
Oh,
done
hello!
something like an hour.
Right, yeah, just... Sure. That's just mashing the keyboard. That many seconds.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Well, net worth wise,
Radiant structures are fortified.
I'm looking at the Slarla
Where
build.
trattino basso
and
bananana
I'm
gas
concerned.
resubed
I don't
for
know
21
why
months.
Jido has a
Inhouse.
Mask of Madness. I don't know why they want to do this. I don't know why offlaners
What's
pretend
Jido
they're.
playing?
Pardon?
What's Jido playing?
Slarla.
Radiant's bottom tower
Oh.
is under attack.
Well, that's because it's in the top build.
It might actually be in the top build, but I just think if you just had a blink and you set up your SF, like you do so well.
Oh, SF.
Oh, SF.
This is nice. The egg is gonna go down though.
Doesn't matter.
Not such a great fight.
Trouble.
Gonna go down.
Lot of ults
He is
used.
got that Mark the Madness though.
Okay, okay.
Okay, dude. And they're gonna get a tier 2 from that as well.
Oh, they're gonna go more.
We could actually be out here by half 10.
We actually
my
could, but you've cursed it, so now we won't be. So well done.
Yeah, I mean, whenever I say that game 3 is like some monster game, 90 minutes, everyone is shit.
Radiant's bottom
And we're like, why aren't they ending for half an hour?
I mean, I think last week was there one like that?
Yeah, it was last week.
I think like Plague was like losing his mind.
Yeah.
Well, I really cursed last week.
Oh god. They've gone in here. Match has no mana. This
Why
is deep.
why does Sky Ult still not fucking show up? It's been like
I don't know, I can't
years
see it either.
with this bug in the game, and they've never fixed it.
I think they just don't know what's wrong with it.
Imagine if Jido had a blink.
This is the problem. What is Winston doing? This
That's
is the problem
bold.
with the spaghetti code. They literally have no idea what's going on.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of code and not many people, so it's going to happen. It's over, says Super Punmans. It's over, says Nutkin. Oof, says King Jerker. Call it, says Nutkin.
Possible ban of Vader.
Well, it's pretty obvious ban evader to be
Who's
fair.
that?
Well, we banned the
dumpy-
Dumpy Nerd
the
for an
dumpy
hour,
turd.
and the Dumpy Turd has showed up.
I love the way that, you know what? Fair play to the system for noticing. That was good.
That's good.
I don't know if that's system or if it's a mod has put that on, but I hope it's the AI.
No,
like,
that
Twitch's
is the AI.
has stepped
What if
in.
it's just like detects the IP and
Possible ban evader, monitoring. Oh, good,
Monitoring.
good spot. Banned. There we go. That's solved that problem.
ban just straight up.
Alright, the Radiant have suffered 2 heavy, big blows, so they're going to cheer themselves up by taking the Tormentor.
Radiant's
Get that
middle tower
Tormy.
is under
It's
attack.
gone to
Oh,
Jido,
that's-
which is the Slithering Crush,
Dada.
Bigger Radius, and Corrosive Haze.
Wait, did they change how Tormentors work?
Let's have a look. Net worth.
Because
they are fifth.
not bottom 2.
No, they're bottom 3. Interesting.
Yeah,
Four.
maybe it is bottom.
No, because look, they're above. Well, I guess they got the shards, so that's maybe
Yeah,
what brought them
but
up
they'd still be
above
bottom
Monkey.
3.
Oh no, head has his. That's why.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, we are just stupid today. Aren't we?
Yeah, we are a bit thick.
I think Winston Oracle is a thing, right? Like,
Yeah,
he
so
could play
is
this
the best
hero.
hero by far.
So
Yeah.
why was it with 7 bans? Why did it make its way through?
They're probably banning.
Because it was first. It was the first thing they picked, and they were probably just. I don't know why they didn't ban it, but it was only the whatever 4
Well, the secret is
or
out.
3 maybe actually. Well, the secret has been out for a while. I think they just aren't paying attention. And given that, is Winston on a Goon TI team? Let's have a look. See.
Well, you don't want to pick him up when he can only play one hero.
He is on the Goon, the Bad, and the Ugly.
The Goon, the Bad, and the Ugly.
So if you're playing against the Goon, the Bad, and the Ugly, just give it a quick ban.
Oh, dear.
what the fuck?
Oh dear, Hellboy's just feeding. Oh, has Hellboy been playing lately, by the way?
What was?
Dire's courier
Why did he miss so many hits on that Oracle? I don't
Bad.
understand that.
Bad.
No, Dota, fuck, like
You think Dota fucked him? He whiffed a bunch of raises.
no, he was right clicking.
No, he was raising.
I'll check the VOD on that one. I'm pretty sure I saw him click 3 times and only one of them landed.
I saw him
I wonder if he was
raising.
affected by a lingering whirling axis melee or something.
Might have
Just
been, but
destroyed by
I thought
Dota.
he was doing raises. Happy to be proven wrong.
Oh, the coordination is just so poor. They are chasing. but not fast
Oracle
enough.
ulted, says Hungry Like the Wolf. But
No, it was before the Oracle. Lads, I acknowledge I may have missed it. I'm not thick. I'd have noticed if Oracle ult was down. It was a
I thought it was
mischance hit.
raises. I thought it was raises.
I wasn't watching, so.
Let's, I'm happy to check the VOD on this one. I'm sure I saw before Oracle ulted, 2 hits go across and both miss.
Oh, we've got a Senile Ashwin clip now? I must have missed this.
Yeah, no, it's just.
No,
it's
that
just
is.
I've stated
It's
my
a classic.
terms.
It's clipped by area as well.
Yeah, it's when I was shouting
did it,
Eric, not
Aaron.
invited
You didn't
to the lobby,
invite
I was
me.
in the lobby.
Because you two. Oh, wait, no, you did invite me. I'm in the lobby.
Oh, the
I don't know
terms.
why I
Oh,
did
the terms that we have to. Very good.
That's a fantastic
Nice
clip.
job, Alistair.
Devinator_ just resubed for 8 months. What's up, boys?
Grazie. I'm not thick.
Look, it's. I've checked fucking drivers, alright, lads. Okay, that's all I've got to say about this.
Excellent.
That was one of the worst moments in my streaming career.
It was
Which one?
bad.
Drivers.
Drivers.
I was so fucking sick of that shit. Not only because I was stressed because my computer was acting up, but the anti-help from chat was just mind-boggling.
Yes, he missed twice. Fuck you, chat. Fuck you. I'm not thick.
So he missed
It was-
2
oh, it was
right
the new-
clicks.
the new
He missed
summary.
2 right clicks. He had a lingering bit of whirling axes on him, like on the last half second. Missed
Interesting.
twice in a row.
Dire's bottom
It's
tower
because his raises and his right clicks.
And it can't have been the new
Kinda
summary.
similar, but yeah,
His
fair
Phoenix is
enough.
on his team.
I was just trying to work out what the mischance was, because I hadn't noticed he had whirling axes on him. And then I was like, what the fuck? Where did that mischance come from? I was
So
like, he
it's
doesn't have evasion or anything.
4
I don't know.
second duration, I guess. Oh, hello.
Oh,
Oh,
buddy.
Lord.
He is dead. Match
Bloody
does
close.
die for that. They gave the Aegis to
There's
the
an egg.
troll. Oh, it doesn't matter.
I mean, this is the classic troll versus monkey matchup. You lay down your big circle, you feel like you're an incredible carry hero, and then troll just.
Oh,
slaughters
no,
My
Dan!
man is in.
Oh my god, they're gonna try and
Oh.
fight.
Where's. Oh, Storm died. Where's
They got the Aegis. Can they get more? They got to kill. Oh, nice
Oh,
ult. Well, nice timing. Alright. There
Well,
were
triple
3
buyback
buybacks.
used,
3 buybacks.
but decent compensation for the buybacks.
But that was
say.
3 cores.
Yeah.
And they lost to tier 3. Oh shit. Alright, they got another. It's a 7.
Radiant are scanning.
I mean, that'll unlock BKB for Hellboy. That will. I mean, Action Dan is just having the worst monkey game you've ever fucking seen. So I don't think he's ever going to unlock anything in this game, but who knows? Maybe he'll end up with another item somehow.
The filler stones
really-
that Skywrath and Oracle have combined give Dire more GPM than Twaffle had last game, says Larry Lama. Well, that is actually pretty fucking hilarious.
We do need to discuss how much, with like Philosopher's Stone is just, it covers for so many defects in support players. They
Yeah.
can escape with being terrible.
If
They just
the
stumble
lads-
into a Philosopher's Stone.
I feel like no, I'm not trying to select Twaffle here to be mean to him, but I just want to point out if a Twaffle or Twaffle like doesn't get the P Stone, that's their game basically.
It's not even just. I'm gonna throw you under the bus here a bit, Ashton. But in the POS 5 Enigma era, he would have games where he had fucking awful early games, just absolutely useless, can't get anything working. Would stumble into a Philosopher's Stone and 10 minutes later have Ags, Refresher, Blink, BKB and carry the game.
It helps.
Just smooths out those little bumps in life. Well,
Look at
BKB
this.
now on Storm Spirit.
Radiant's bottom
BKB
barracks are
Legion,
under
BKB
attack.
Troll, they're ready to go. All they really wish they had now was an Aegis, but sadly lost it last fight.
I feel like the Storm could easily force TPs back here. If he just went on head has to go back, and then he's clicking the range racks. Oh shit.
They are gonna
Well,
get him.
if they only get Skywrath, that's okay. TP in.
Well, they're just doing some pretty nice things of defending their wards right now, right?
Yeah.
Like they're got 2 kills off it. They're not the most impactful kills. It's just fucking supports at the end of the day. But you've taken about 1,000 off their net worth lead. Not bad.
Oh, that raises a good question. As someone points out, Head wants to die.
Head does want to die.
Oh, hello.
He just trusts Madge won't have any detection, and he's correct.
He is correct. Madge favors a magic wand. with 6 charges.
Okay, now you're maybe pushing your luck a bit ahead. Oh, that's cowardly from Madge. You've got a BKB, brother. Get in there.
Yeah, but...
Dire's middle
Oh
tower
shit!
is under attack.
They killed Monkey.
What's Monkey doing there?
Oh no!
What are you... Oh, look where he is.
I know. So we played a game. I played 3 games with the Joe stack last night. There were some hard games. They were the Bane mid games, where one of Joe's mates is convinced that Bane mid is the way. He went Maelstrom first item, and it was like, no, it's worked. I've won some games with this. And it was like this, the same stuff that the goons always say is, this worked in my pub games, therefore it's going to be good. And it was a disaster. And we won the 3rd game. We won the 2nd game, and it was definitely like, we popped off, and they were dreadful. Their Juggernaut would routinely just die in that kind of position. Like, his team would all back visibly, like they're all appearing in other lanes, and he's just hanging around to farm one more wave. And the first time you think, oh, he's gonna figure it out now, and he doesn't. The second time you think, okay, someone's gonna have a word with him, and it just kept happening, and we won the game. I don't think people realize how impactful it is when you die to get just one more lane of creeps. Like, go somewhere else where there's farm. Bot needed pushing out. You've got vision. Go bot. Your team just TP down there. They push the storm away. Go bot. Hit the creeps there. You're hitting them one more wave mid. It's just so stupid. And we won the game. Sentry sausage mid. That is quite the sausage. That's a sausage roll
I'm interested
right
to
there.
see if this fight works, right? They've actually they've taken too long to sort this out. Storm TP'd back, they took too long to go for the smoke, but now they're going to try and risk it. Jake's been revealed. They see Jake, they see Hellboy. Good disruption by Jido.
Oh my. Oh, this is
This is a
actually
good start to the
really
fight.
bad. Troll all off.
I think at this point you need to start leaving, team.
Okay.
I mean, if
Madge,
Madge is just
they
going
do
to
get
stay there
Madge.
and die.
Oh, Hellboy, fully healed. Clubbity. Alright, and they're all dead. Okay.
There is a world in which, if you're a bit faster with that, you get a big team fight win, right? Storm
Yeah.
TP's back to this tier 2. You know he's left. You see him on the wave. You have a ward that sees the rest of their team. Smoke instantly. They took so long. They took long enough that Storm was able to farm the wave back out to where they were.
Yeah. Just lack of shot calling, I think. Yeah, they called it.
Yeah, there we go. GG. 30
Another
minutes.
30-minuter. Fantastic. Ashwin
believe that
may
means we're
be
set.
correct. Now,
I think that normally means we're set for a
an
2-hour
80-minuter.
game.
An 80-minuter coming up. I'm going to Greece next week, just for a few days. Santorini.
Oh, lovely.
It's a beautiful island. Should
Is
be
that
nice.
our family holiday?
No. This is just me and Mrs. F. The kids are away on a separate thing. They're going to Switzerland. So it's
Very
just me and Mrs. F. First holiday, I think, it's just been us for a very long time. God, I'm trying to think when the last time was. I think we might have been away. Oh, we went to Edinburgh. Might have been one other time since the kids were born. I mean, I like family holidays. Like, I know that some people see it as a pain. I think there are some people for whom having children is such a pain in the arse that they never really get over it. And then there are some people like me who having kids was such an amazing change in my life, and I loved it so much that the holidays with the kids, even though they are more hard work, especially when they're little, but as they get older as well, they become less. You can't just drag them somewhere. We're going to go to so-and-so today. I don't want to go. And then you have to have that conversation because they're teenagers and they're just so like grumpy all the time. Like, you don't realize now, looking back when I was a teenager, how unreasonably grumpy I was for no good fucking reason. Because you're a teenager and everything feels awful and you think the world is ending and you're a disaster and everything's very difficult and your head is full of fucking hormones and you've got to deal with secondary school, which is much harder than primary school. So everything comes along at once in the span of like a few years. You've gone from primary school, which is honestly just playtime, to school is now serious. there are much older kids here who are not going to be nice to me just because I'm little compared to them. I'm, 13. Who gives a shit? You're in the real world now. It's like going to prison. It's like, you were just on parole. That's primary school. Now you're in the big house. So you got that. Also, you are becoming an adult physically and mentally. So your body is pumping out God knows what into your brain. Very, very, very hard work. And all your relationships with other people have become more complicated. Suddenly you're interested in getting off with people and all the rest of it. So it's like, oh my God, this is now a whole nother level of stress. Money is something you really need because your friends want to go out with the weekend and you don't have any money. So it's just like a continual string of problems. So they're grumpy all the time. And they also never want to leave their rooms. So, you're kind of like, we're on holiday, let's go look at the ancient ruins. And when you're a little kid, fine. When you're an older person, fantastic. But when you're a teenager, this sounds like the worst thing ever. So it's interesting how the change has gone from harder work in terms of the hours, which is having little kids, is just the hours are just long hours and it's all the time. And it's a lot of stress about them not hurting themselves physically, and they have all kinds of shit they're doing wrong, like they're not eating or they're not pooping correctly or whatever, all this kind of shit. It's like you're in the fucking engine room, and then you get up to officer class when they get older. You've been promoted. You're not in the engine room anymore. You're at officer class. But now you're dealing with bigger problems like, Captain, the ship is under attack. And there are 3 torpedoes incoming. What do we do? And you've got to make a command decision. So now you're making command decisions for your kids that might affect the rest of their lives. So that's an even bigger fucking headache. So the holidays with the kids is great because we generally go somewhere where the place we're staying has a pool. So we guarantee that probably half the days we're there, we can just sit and read our book or hang out, and they will be happy playing in the pool for like 8 hours. So
oh yeah,
it's like, I remember when I was a kid, we didn't have any holidays other than when I went to see my dad. Me and my mum and my sister didn't take a holiday as the 3 of us until I was in my 20s. So it was never a thing, and it kind of took me and Mrs. F a bit of a while to figure out how you do holidays with kids. And very quickly we realized if there is a pool, they will be happy. So we would get like places that were quite far out. If it had a pool, we're booking it, and they'll be happy. And you can just sort of sit by the pool and drink your beer and read your book, and the kids are just hours and hours and hours. They become best friends in the pool. As soon as you take them out of the pool, they hate each other and it's a big fight and problems and blah 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 blah. But when they're in the pool, it's like they've devolved back to the fish that were living in the ocean before we evolved to land mammals, and they all just kind of swam around alongside each other, and it was no problems. Once you get on land,
I had in an Omani resort, which had a lazy river between pools, and I spent no word of a lie the entire holiday just floating along this lazy river.
Oh, I can imagine.
From pool to pool.
I'm not kidding, Plague. I would do that now. Like that.
I would go back to that very happily.
I love a lazy river. But so me and Mrs. F going away, it's like, what shall we do? And the thing is, we could just do anything. Like, we can go to look at some ancient fucking ruin or some, like, one of our favorite things to do whenever we go to another city, like a city break or something, we'll always go to at least 2 museums. Museums, art galleries, something like that. And the kids are, like, bored out of their minds some of the times. But to me, I love it. I absolutely love it. We go out, we have some breakfast somewhere, have some coffee, stroll around the museum, have some lunch, go to another museum, and then we'll do done. Fantastic. Love it. Get to see all kinds of cool stuff. See how other countries do museums. See all their art galleries. Because every big city will have its art collection. And you see stuff by artists you've never seen before. It's great. Or they'll have some amazing historical building or something. I get it. I'm 47. That appeals to me. When you were 14 or 11, of course that doesn't appeal to you. I get it. But when you're a toddler, I just stick you in a pushchair and you don't have a fucking choice. It's easy. So it is a tricky time when it comes to holidays. Look at this. Yeah. Don't cry when you lose. What is that picture?
That's a very bonnyjoi name for a team.
It does. And then he's got eyes and then a very long tear down to a sad face. I like that. And then LVPs. Grumpy, Schmupster, Viticus, Llama, and Teddy. Interesting.
I think for me, going on holidays when I was a teenager, the big thing was the existence of internet. Because it wasn't as widespread everywhere as it is now, or at least it wasn't. You know, like, because I used to go on holiday a lot to the French countryside. Where
You're right.
I
No
was not,
Wi-Fi.
there was no, you know, we didn't have any like built-in internet or anything
Yeah,
like
yeah.
that. Not getting any data there. I don't even think I had an iPhone or anything like that to get data anyway. So it was the internet we got was usually like this shitty little dongle thing.
Yeah.
Which, you know, like only my dad could use for doing work or stuff. It was just so basically, if there was a holiday where there was internet, I was so happy.
Right.
I didn't give a shit about the pool, as long as I could play like Hearthstone, I was fine.
Right. I mean, I'm the same now. Like when we book somewhere, it has to have internet.
Yeah.
You know, I want to stay online. I love the internet. Like obviously, it's my life. So that's like I can't imagine not having access to the internet for like.
Yeah, but I would go to France for like 3 weeks.
Right. With
So
no
I
internet.
would be a gamer teenager 3 weeks without internet. I lost my mind.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Especially when I was like 16, 17, and I'd gone through that like for 4 years where I really wanted to chat to my mates. But, you know, the only chatting to my mates would be like a text message or something like that. Like, I had to stand at a very specific place in the house, and it was really shit.
Oh, man. So, I mean, I get that. We've always tried to book somewhere. Like, if we do an Airbnb, it has to have Wi-Fi. I mean, a lot of the places you book now, Netflix is on the TV. They've got smart TV. They've got Wi-Fi. But I don't know what it is. So many countries or so many places you stay, the internet may be fine in the country, but whatever they've got in that house is fucking appalling. And once you get 4 people all on their phones, the Wi-Fi is like, what's going on with the internet? And the TV's grinding away trying to play Netflix, and everybody's phone is just like taking 10 minutes to load a web page. It's awful. It's really bad.
Yeah.
But yeah, the kids definitely. This is not something I had when I was a kid. I would just go out. Like if I got bored, I'd go stay with my dad. We'd go to Fire Island in the States, which was like it's basically a 10-mile long sandbar with all these different communities. And the place that we'd stay was about a mile walk from an arcade. So I would just get some money from my dad and go to the arcade. He also had an NES at the holiday home, so I would use that. But generally speaking, I'd go to the beach. But I'll be honest with you, the beach is okay. But what is the deal with people being able to be at the beach all day and not get bored? Like, I can't just sit.
Yeah, I don't get that. That's what I was going to say about the pool. Like, sitting by the pool, you know, I just, it's just not my thing.
No, me neither. But like, I have to have a good book that I really want to read.
Yeah, I mean, if you got a book, fair enough. And like, obviously, you need to make sure your kids are happy, which is it's something I don't have to worry about. So if I'm just faced with a pool I have to sit at, I'm probably not going to like it very much because
I wouldn't. Like if I was going on holiday by myself, the idea of just going and sitting on a beach.
Yeah,
what am I doing?
People will do that for literally. They boot up at like 10. They wake up at 9 a.m. have breakfast, and then they're at the pool until like 6 p.m.
Yeah, or they're sitting at the beach for 6 hours. I'm like, what? Aren't you bored? You can just sit. Nothing. You're not reading. You're not looking at anything. You're just sitting for 6 hours. How tired are you? Like, you must be exhausted. That you never get the chance to relax in your life.
Even then, I would not be able to relax in that setting.
Yeah, I know.
I would be driven crazy.
It would drive me mad. I don't know how they do it. I really don't know how they do it.
Like I'd need like if I did that, I'd need like an addict. I'd need like a game of Dotes at the end of that because I feel like I've done work that day.
I need my hit, man. I need my hit.
Just need something to stimulate my brain.
To get me going.
Like I need something. I know that when we've been on holiday recently, I always take my laptop, and I'll have some game on my laptop that I don't need to. It's not time based. Like I won't play Dotes on holiday or something. I'll play some fucking thing like Nowhere Profit is a game I like to play on holiday. Very low quality in terms of its needs for a laptop. You have your turn. You can sit for 10 minutes and just chat, have a drink, check on the kids, but have my turn. Or some turn-based game. Battle Brothers is another classic. Don't need to pay attention to it. There's no time sensitivity to it. I can walk away from it. Slay the Spire is another classic. But I need something that when I get bored, even just a little bit of just juice me up. Just give me 10 minutes of brain, and then I can go back to just sitting and staring at the water. But The idea, I don't know how these people do it. If I went away with a group of mates and we had a pool and just sat there, no problem, because we're just going to be having a chat all day and getting hammered and having a laugh. Fantastic. I would absolutely love that. Playing some cards, maybe anything. If you're in a social setting, but when you're with your family, what are you going to fucking talk about? Hello, do you remember yesterday? Yes, we were all together. Exactly. What are we going to talk about? Like, really? What kind of conversation are we going to have? You can't take the piss out of each other the way you would with your mates.
Conversations on the holiday for me usually just descended into, especially in the teenage years, it descended into an argument. Like, almost instantly.
Yeah.
So, like, conversations are just not done.
Yeah, it's very difficult. But I do,
especially at like dinner or lunch. Having a conversation, good luck, because like someone is going to annoy someone, or like you took like a massive shit this morning, it smelled up the hotel room or something like that. It's unending.
Yeah.
For some reason I feel like things are just much more fiery on a holiday.
Yeah, I agree. It's emotions run high.
I guess it's because you're together all the time. It's just everyone is just a little bit more highly strung.
You're in each other's pockets and you start to wind each other up. Like I always say to the kids, look, girls, I know you're fighting. Don't worry. Like, I get it. You're in each other's pockets 24/7. Like, they're sharing a room. We're together all day. They have to sit next to each other in the car. And we're doing a lot of driving. It's hard work. I get it. You're going to fight. We're going to give you guys a little leeway. Just spend some time apart, blah, blah, blah. When we were in California, the way we kept things fresh was we were on the move like a family on the run. Like, we barely stayed anywhere more than 2 days. Like, the feds were on our tail. That's how much we were moving. And so we were traveling all the time, traveling somewhere, stopping somewhere, traveling somewhere, stopping somewhere. So there was no real chance to get bored other than when we were driving. But we went to like 3 or 4 different cities. We went to like the Sequoias. We went to the beach a few times. We went here, we went there. And the wonderful thing about American television is it's so comically bad that we would sit in the evening and all watch television and just laugh our asses off because it's so bizarre. Like the adverts alone, we were waiting for the ad breaks because they're so funny. All the things like, the side effects of whatever drug it is or whatever. It was amazing. So yeah, it was a lot of fun. I never felt like the time was dragging. And we were knackered a lot of the time as well.
Yeah, that does help.
I spent almost all my time under a tent, says Jonas. Wait, is there a previous message here? I really want to go to a fucking air show. Oh, the beach. 4 months ago, high noon for an air show. So they have air show. I love an air show. Haven't been to one in a while because no one else in my family is interested in them. But I fucking love an air show, and there is one not far from here, but
10 seconds
apparently getting there is a pain in the ass because everybody's driving on the same day.
Nice jump, Alistair.
So it takes like
SGT
hours.
Cortez 8693 just resubed for 32 months.
Last one I went to
Talk to
was
your
in
doctor
Bournemouth.
about TED's Inhouses today.
Thank you.
Side effects may include dizziness, loss of brain cells, and baldness.
Exactly, Cortez. That's the kind of ad we got. Went to Florida last year with my family. Can confirm about the annoying one another bit. My nieces and nephew are great, but a week marching all over Disney with them, yeah, that was almost a few days too many. I can believe that. Kids get tired and fed up. I think the number one thing is just keep stuffing food in them. Like, they're always happy if they're eating. Just anytime our kids are acting up, we just feed them and they're fine. Like, I love an air show. I love it. Bournemouth Air Show, that a few years ago, they had the Lancaster bomber with Spitfire accompaniment fly right overhead. It was fucking amazing. And the Vulcan did a flyby. That was something else. And then the Red Arrows and all these other planes. It was fucking magic. AM!
Choose your hero.
No, I think they've just locked in AM as the sort of Storm Spirit counter.
Yeah.
I have a strong suspicion Lycila literally tears AM to shreds at nearly every phase of the game.
But he can just blink away.
Yeah, no. You don't... AM being able to live doesn't mean AM's doing well. He's not going to be able to pressure Lifestealer away from the Nature's Prophet or the
What
CM.
kind of life is it, Plague? That's the question, isn't it? It's like escaping from battle, having lost all your limbs and all your eyes.
Exactly. If you're limping away with all your team brutally torn to shreds by that weird monster of a man, but you're going, it's alright lads, I'm alive.
I'm alive,
Take
yes.
consolation.
It's
they
living.
use their spells and I've lived, don't worry.
Yeah.
It's not really the best.
So when I worked at BAE Systems, we would go to the army show, or the Farnborough Air Show, as a company, like it would be like a business thing. We'd have to go there and like, shake hands and stuff like that. And it was also, I think it was at a BA site. The one in Farnborough, I think, is BA. So you could go down. The Army 2001, I think I went to, or maybe 2002, and they come in with a Hercules. I don't know if they still use a Hercules. Actually, they might have something else. This Hercules plane comes in, barely touches down, barely slows down, and a full stack of artillery like comes piling out the back, all attached to these little carts, and tanks roll out, and then the plane takes off, and they all sort of line up, and they fire barrages of shots at the fucking Salisbury plane and everything. It was unbelievable, and it was just like these tanks come roaring around the corner and they're like blasting away at Salisbury plane. I was like, this is the coolest thing I've ever seen. I would go to it every single year, but neither of my daughters are interested in the army or blowing stuff up, and Mrs. F is not interested either, so I would have to go by myself. None of my mates are into it either. So it's like the saddest thing I would like to do is go to an air show or some kind of display. It's a shame.
I'm not no. I think I've probably done one or two of those kind of shows. Just not really that vibe. My brother was very, kind of cadets and
he's in the forces,
army focused. He was going to be. I think that was his career plan. He became a lawyer instead. I think.
I keep forgetting you have a brother. You don't mention
half
him very
brother,
often.
yeah.
Half brother.
Well,
you don't mention him very often, but yeah. I don't mention my sister very often. It's just siblings, isn't it? You don't really talk.
Yeah,
about
exactly. Like he's so much older than me. I've never lived with him. It's just like, I love him when I see him, but we don't pretend we're going to communicate much.
Yeah. I mean, I've got a half brother as well, and we don't really speak very often. Occasionally, we'll like each other's posts on Facebook. It's a weird thing about siblings. I think as a parent, you assume that your children are always going to be close, but as soon as they leave home, generally speaking, that's the last time they're really going to spend too much time together. Some siblings I know are very close, and I love that. And I was very jealous of that, but James might be in trouble. James.
James is struggling.
Oh, James, is this the play? Oh
no fucking...
James? Oh, if he'd got away with that, that would have actually been tip-worthy.
It was bloody close,
It was close. It was a nice move. Pog Daddy with the demi block. Love it.
So this is there's something in this game we decided to try and conceal from you, Ted.
Oh no.
But now that it's here, I don't think we can avoid discussing it, which is the Nature's Prophet pods 4 and 5.
Sorry, what?
So they're running Nature's Prophet pods 4, and we were like, we can't tell Ted that Nature's Prophet pods 4 might actually be really sick. He's gonna pick it every fucking game and ruin our lives. But whilst it's here, I've heard that this Nature's Prophet support thing could be insane this year.
So we played against it the other day, and it was really fucking obnoxious. Because Sprout does damage now, right?
Yes.
And I think there's something else that they changed about him. But
so it does damage, and if you tangle your way out of it, you don't get any regens. It's just the most efficient trading tool in the fucking world.
So yes, I understand that you don't want me to pick Prophet, but I will be. So I'm used to it.
I say it's just weird to see a support Prophet that goes no points in Nature's Call. Because I was watching Insania do it. He went 4-2-0.
Wow.
Just teleporting around the map and sprouting people. And then he went 4-4-0. He literally didn't take a single point of Nature's Call until he maxed his other 2 spells.
That's nice. Oh, he's going for it. No. He's just fucking with him. We're Banana having to suck a little bit of dick here. He's not having fun. Oh, hello. Oh!
My God.
11 hit points. I mean, honestly, I know people like finishing off carries in this position. I always feel like this is even fucking worse.
He's so sad right now. He's just watching these creeps down the tower and he can do nothing.
Oh no, but Schmuck.
This is a good reply from Kamohira, to be fair.
I think Kamohira's actually going to kill Schmuck. Oh, it's only level 1 Maledict.
It's only level 1.
Why is he clicking him?
That's a bloody good sort of
Do you know what?
Fire.
Do you know what, Plague? If he had a blood grenade, I think that's a kill.
I think so too. But he also may have used it in the skirmish at the rune and forgotten to replace it. I can't say whether he had it or not. I mean, there has been...
Just reading Ares' messages. He says he's shared a room with his brother for 10 years and they barely speak.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, maybe that makes some sense. I don't
Yeah.
know.
My brother decided once to roll off the top bunk in a big plastic toy box when he was 8, just as my mum walked in and thought she was watching him kill himself.
Denied.
Not the brightest tool in the box. He had to
And
go
when
to
you say-
A&E.
When you say never speak, though, is that like you're not on speaking
No, I
terms,
think it's just
or
they
you
just don't
You
talk.
just don't chat.
Kamahira gets a kill. Can
Not
they
the
do
brightest
oh.
tool in the box is none of that's correct, right? Am I insane? Is it not the sharpest tool? Not the what's not the brightest?
It's the
Are your
sharpest tool in the
tools
set.
really bright?
No, I don't know.
Very shiny?
Did he say not the sharpest tool, not the brightest tool in the box?
Not the brightest tool in the box. Whose tools are really bright?
Yeah. Eri also not the sharpest.
Yeah, Eric's not the brightest tool.
Not,
Not
the
the
sharpest pen in the onion either.
Yeah.
So. There was a family falling out and he fucked off to do his own thing. It happens. Families fall out. I think it's
Mine isn't that controversial. It's just-
Surprisingly,
it's just
a lot
like,
of families do. You know, it's just someone just casually drops. Yeah, I don't speak to my parents anymore. I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
really?
Big kill on Pog Daddy for cool armor.
Yeah, and James. Oh, that was almost
Nice
throw.
choice.
It was nice. James is showing some hints of quality.
Some greatness. There's a lot of badness though.
Yeah, but I like the hints. That's promise.
But he was showing up in the awards a bit. I feel like he's been recognised
Yeah,
a little bit.
I
Others are
think so.
voting for James as a.
Take note,
Bit of a
David on
player.
street. This is what promise looks like. It's James.
Yeah.
Not whatever you call.
What
What
do
you
you say?
do.
What do you say to me, mate? Meet me in SW12.
I'm a road fellow. Remember.
Denied.
Yeah, parents are one of those things. I'm much closer with my mum than I am with my dad. I mean, part of that is she lives in the UK. I was there today, actually. But there are lots of reasons. It's one of those things. Oh, hello. Kamahira needs to be jolly careful. Yeah, they're just going to keep doing that to you, but...
It's just one of those things that like I don't know what happened. You know, I don't know what happened to get to that point.
Stupendous.
I think a lot of the time...
Like obviously, there's plenty of things my parents could do which would make me not like them,
Right.
but not like them enough to just be like, well, we're done here. Like we're never chatting again.
I think there are certain things that parents can do that will go some way to...
What is this?
What?
Oh my god! It's the level 5 Storm Gank. I've literally never seen that
And
before
it
in Dota 2.
worked!
And it fucking works.
He's got boots
Who,
that don't need
who
zip.
with
He's got
no
boots.
rune walks in level 5 Storm and just kills their pos 4?
bonnyjoi, mate, that's who.
That's fucking insane.
No one expects
Lane
the
gets
pos for
busted.
the level 5 gang. It's
I bet the
genius
Tusker
of
was saying, lads, he's missing, but he's only level 5. No need to be worried.
it. Yeah.
Radiant's middle tower
So
is
I think when it comes to parents, one of the things is, first of all, if you have any big changes in your life, like let's say you decide to, let's say you're studying something and you're doing what your parents have told you, and you decide I don't want to do this anymore, and you make a big switch in the way you're going to do things, and they think this is a huge mistake, and they won't let it go, which some parents won't. They'll see your decisions and your life as essentially their.
Sorry.
Oh fuck, Teddy lives. Their purview is like managing your life way past the point when they should be. I've always said to my kids, whatever you want to do, I'll support you, and not in a casual way, but knowing what it's like to have parents try to guide you, and you know that they're wrong, but you still listen to them because they're your parents. It's very hard. I will never tell people do X, do Y. Like
I mean, I found a lot of things that my parents told me when I was young and I discounted were in fact very correct. And I probably should have done a bit more listening.
right. But it's
So it
you,
does
you
go
don't
both
know,
ways. It
and the
definitely
thing
goes
is,
both
they
ways.
don't know.
Yeah, they don't, but you know, they probably in some circumstances do know more than me, and I just assume they don't.
Yeah, that's true. True, and yeah, that's true. That's true. That's true. That's pretty true. Oh, they thought he went through. But now Huskar is down here, ready to get the gank.
Or are they actually going for a gank? Maybe they weren't fooled at all.
Hello.
under attack.
The rage is out. Oh, that's a witch doctor in trouble. Oh no.
Evil
Mayhap
Teddy
not.
is.
Evil
is
Teddy's
really-
not. He's going to take a lot of damage.
Yeah, he's gonna die to the malady.
Where brain cell also dying, but yes.
Close on the best level.
Oh, a zoop!
What the hell was? What the hell did I just see? What the hell? When was that said?
What?
It was someone presenting opinion their parents had that made them not want to talk to me.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, so I understand why shoot the immigrants is a term that perhaps we would not want permitted on this channel, but with context, I understand what you're saying. I think especially, it feels like your parents' political opinions are always going to be wildly different from your own. If they're not, fantastic, but I think a lot of the time, parents are like, they're in their 40s by the time you start having these conversations. Maybe, you know, I'd say on average. Maybe they're older, maybe they're slightly younger, but they're generally
And
pretty
they've
set in their
probably
ways.
had like fucking 4 governments that have failed them already. So
Right.
And
So
you've
they're-
been through
they
that.
made up their mind. And you're like young and like, no, this
Yeah.
will work. So yeah, it's very
you're
it's very
all
different.
into ideologies, and then once you've been through it a little bit, you're like, man, these guys have no idea what the fuck they're doing, and these guys have no idea what the fuck they're doing.
Yeah, you just kind of give up. Pog Daddy's
Oh,
it's a nice
bongo. The bend.
Cool llama. The
Is that
bend.
enough?
I
No,
don't
I
don't think
think
it
it is.
Now
Oh,
Evil
the strength
Teddy's with a
threads.
haste stream.
He's TPing
Good
home.
night.
He's fine, he's fine.
Woo. Nothing. So yeah, it's a tough one. Politics, I don't talk it with my dad at all. It's basically
Yeah.
it's banned. He wanted to have the girls over. He was like, send them over on a plane. It'll be fine. And I was like, I don't know. Because I know that my eldest is pretty militant about some things. And he is militant in the opposite direction. So I'm thinking it's not going to work out. They had to spend 2 weeks together.
Well, if his aim is to try and, you know, do that, then yeah, it's gonna go poorly.
Right, but I mean, it's very hard. I always say to him, can we not talk about politics? But it's hard to tell someone, you're not allowed to talk about this. Oh my days.
Not allowed to talk about probably the biggest thing and
Right.
that they talk about normally.
And it's gonna come up at some point, especially when you're in America, which is so politicized.
And especially when shit is going wrong in the world a lot.
All the time.
So when you ask people how is it going, you're inevitably going to end up at politics because something bad has happened and it's someone's fault.
And they know who.
Yeah.
This is why opinions, the average person being able to have an opinion should be against the law. 15-6 in favor of Dyer. They're crushing it. Wow, Teddy used his ult there to get to Where Banana.
They've got the bonnyjoi rotation coming in. They've got the vision.
Do they not have Prophet TP? He's coming.
Yeet. Oh, that's a nice yeet. Oh, the bend though.
They do kill him. This is getting away.
bonnyjoi is chilling. I feel like he could go in here. He's gone in
Gets
and
Teddy.
he's killed Evil Teddy, and they're going to get Shmups to 2. I don't know why he zipped out. He's gone back in.
They get
Shmups
two.
are
Notice
down.
bonnyjoi hasn't quite got the rotation of spells down. He's missing out on a lot of his overload damage. He's not making sure he's getting clean hits in between zips, that kind of
Oh,
stuff.
and they get Viticus too. That was a 3-for. Oh, they did lose. So they did also lose Earthshaker top. He just got. I played Earthshaker against AM, and it fucking sucks because you have one spell, and then the time it takes you to cast your second spell is generally taking all your mana. So you want to do the bonk. You enchant totem. You do a load of damage. If he's level 6 and you're not, you can't really get him to fuck off.
Denied.
I feel like this is a really weird CM skill build.
What's she got?
Max
Crystal
Q.
Nova. So that used to be the thing. When you would just stack mangoes
Yeah,
and
you
do that.
nuke
but-
2 people. I feel like it's been Frostbite for the past year or so.
Yeah.
Obviously, I haven't read the patch particularly. Maybe they've just nerfed and buffed a ton of shit and he knows, but I feel like Frostbite offers you a lot more
I
utility.
don't see
compared to
any
Crystal Nova.
changes to this hero. 734, Ag Sector now also allows Crystal Maiden to move, attack, and cast spells during freezing field.
Oh yeah,
in
they have a Crystal
addition,
Clone, didn't they?
and
Yeah, I'm sure
734
Max W is better than Max Q.
Yeah. That seems to be the only changes they've made. Could be a dead. Oh, no. Alright, nice. Good stick usage. They're on the hunt for Pog Daddy. Pog Daddy, short a blink, is in big trouble. They're chasing. Where's he gonna go? Give it the fog back. Oh, they're thinking.
It's a bold shot.
That
It's
was
a really
I think that was
bold
the
shot.
worst. The worst attempt
Yeah, that was
could have
bad.
been made.
Radiant's
I think what he could have done was maybe... No, there's nothing. There's no
No, there's no way he lives there.
With the AM, it's impossible. I was thinking you could fisher them and they can't chase you.
I think you just got to keep running into like this top
Yeah, you
right-hand
just keep
corner.
running. Just keep
Yeah.
running. Just waste their time. Like, you're a dead man. If you get out, it's a miracle. Just keep running and see if you can find a juke spot.
Rosie Coda. Someone in Parliament said 50% of people got under the average exam score in the GCSEs last year.
Is that something that someone actually said? Are you serious? An actual statistic used in parliamentary speech? Good God.
I wonder what point he was trying to make with that.
Standards are falling! If you have a clip, I would love to see it.
This is... Well, even said he's probably going to die.
So, do you guys know about the change to Witch Doctor role, right?
Yeah, it's pure.
So, we played yesterday. Paul Choi, a terrible player, won the game for us with a Witch Doctor role because it fucking deletes people. Absolutely deletes them. It's so much damage. It's nuts.
Yeah, he's become one of those supports where I don't really object to them playing like for themselves and for Ags. My Witch Doctor wants to just not buy any save items and go shard Ags. I'm okay with it. Because that shit does way too much fucking damage.
Look at
Especially when you get to the
bonnyjoi.
later talents.
Look at this. Respect the all-global team. An actually well-thought-out draft. Who's he referring to? They have two global
Dawnbreaker.
heroes. They have Dawn and Prophet.
Yeah.
What does he mean? But we win late game.
I think he's just hyping him. He's just typing. He
Yeah.
likes to type. He's got to sometimes draw the spotlight back to
Oh,
himself.
nice
I feel
pen.
like his
Oh.
camera's not been on him enough.
Oh god,
It's
he's
about some
actually
rubbish.
here. Yeah, okay. Shansa should die as well.
Webadana's trying to get into a
Oh, she knows.
He's away.
Evil Teddy's here.
He is legging it.
Oh,
Goodbye,
goodbye,
Camo Hero.
Camo.
The sacrifice was worth it.
Dusted.
James is here as well.
I like that he walked back into purge him. That's funny.
They're trying to go for bonnyjoi.
I don't think they get him.
Oscar wants to dive.
He's definitely pondering death.
Oh my
I mean, when you
god.
combo it like that, fuck me.
I don't think that's gone well for them. But, yeah, I mean...
Well, this is
Oh,
the.
if we can get Lifestealer here, though.
Oh my god. Oh, they
Oh
do
my God.
get him.
Okay.
Unlucky
Still a
Viticus.
2
This
for 2, I
is
think we'll probably take that.
enraging to me. Where is Earthshaker?
Radiant's bottom
What the
tower
fuck is he
is
doing?
under
The whole
attack.
point of baiting these kind of plays is you can bring 5 heroes and they can't. And now he's TP's in. Oh, I'm so angry. I'd be furious at Pog Daddy right now.
He's got his blink
I think
flying
he was
out.
finishing his blink.
Yeah, but come on.
I know. I'm just saying his thought process.
I know what his thought process was, but it's just like it's such a classic attitude of because I don't have blink, I can't contribute. He doesn't
Right.
look that there's 2 heroes standing on top of each other under his tower. He doesn't think, oh, I can TP in. This will get us like 3 kills and we won't lose anyone. He
I mean,
just
here's a fast way to get a blink. Fucking help kill some people.
yeah. I would be very angry if I, as a lifestealer, put my life on the line to bait that dive.
He's science
And
whiz
no one
Bez-
came.
he's science whiz benning it. He's not involved.
He is banning it a bit.
He's doing a bit of a benning.
You can't die 4 times and then not turn up and try and turn the game around. You know, that's what I'm saying. You gotta start throwing some fissures in there or something.
Doing a little bit of a science whiz ben. I'm just gonna keep chucking it out there to make sure it sticks.
It is how it works. I mean, as much as Cinny hates that this is how it works, it is the easiest way to do it.
I've got enough shit that I do
Dire's middle
that I get
tower
called out
is
on
under
every
attack.
time. I mean, Prophet 4 is
I
apparently
don't
back
think he's
in.
actually named after you though.
What?
Dire's structures
The
are
stuff you do.
fortified.
No,
Yeah, I
it's
don't
just
think there is a
so
flag.
bad. It's
There's
not.
not like a TED thing.
Is under attack.
I think there is.
I mean, we'll
There's
describe
plenty
things
of
as
things you do,
senile,
but
which
there's
are
not like a
referencing you, I
named one.
suppose.
no, I
If
think
say you had a
it's-
senile moment, that would be a
Yeah,
sort
there
of
are
tangential
35
TED
or
reference.
something senile clips.
But there's no, oh, it's a TED.
Yeah.
Yes, because it's
You know,
just
like
all
the-
so
you've got
bad
no-
it doesn't
you've got no
stand
The
out.
Hoz, the Hoz is wandering around as a Pos form, which
Yeah,
you
you've got
definitely
to
do.
keep your-
But it's attributes Hoz. The Cine is dying on your own high ground, just wandering into the team 1 versus 5,
Which
which
I've
you also
also
do,
done, yeah,
but
100
attributed to
times.
City. We don't really have the singular Ted.
It's just too overwhelming. It's trying to find
Yeah,
one
people,
body.
people get confused.
It's like trying to find one body at the Somme. You wouldn't say it was that lad's battle. You'd just say, wow, that's a lot of death.
Oh, bold rage timing.
Dire's top tower is
Interchangeably is a word in Jowd. I think you spelt it
Dire's
wrong,
top
but
tower
it is a
has
word.
fallen.
Hungry Like the Wolf says, wait, 50% refers to the median, not the arithmetic average. So, if I tell you the average is 50, and the highest is 100 and the lowest is 0, oh my. I mean, I guess you're right that there's a difference between the median and the average,
Yeah.
but... Oh, that was a fucking disaster. Good thing they waited for that blink, eh? There's a problem with Pos 3 Shaker. Is that
You're
get
tempted to
hung up.
max enchant totem and
Yeah.
aftershock and pretend you can lane. And you know what? He lost his lane anyway, and now he's just kind of useless.
Radiant's bottom tower is
But to be
under
fair, this
attack.
guy is. This is like one of his better heroes, right? It's like Sanking and Earthshaker are Pog Daddy's specials. So he should start turning up soon. I think they need to
Radiant's bottom tower is
take
under
this storm.
attack.
Okay, the way you kind of play against global strats is you look for the heroes that are spread out. You look for the Nature's Prophet who's going to be farming camps aggressively, or for the Dawnbreaker,
Dire's middle tower
and
is
assassinate
under
them
attack.
instead. And you've got this great lineup to do it, like Storm Lifesteal. You can just go bomb some people, go infest bombing, and get some kills. Because you can't take team fights right now. You need to stop pretending you can 5v5. Here comes another jump. Another freebie for Evil Teddy. Another death for Web Banana.
I've got a thought for you, Plague. It's a thought experiment.
Sure.
What do you think about getting Helm of the Dom on Lifestealer? So you've always got a creep to jump in.
Yeah. It kind of, it's... I don't know if anyone's ever tried it. I know it's kind of got the same idea as Wisp, right? That you can have that the movement speed option, but I just don't think it doesn't give you anything else, sadly.
What is he doing?
This is a fucking lovely bait.
What's it be?
I don't know
Well,
what that
you have
was.
to play around Huskar Brain, you know.
Are we really giving credit?
Huskar's only see go.
Oh, okay.
That's a rough one,
bonnyjoi
to be honest.
is I've run out of mana here. Oh, that's a lovely fissure. That's done him good. The spam on the CM.
Slam to kill CM, hell yeah.
Put Daddy down.
I can relate.
Man,
Sometimes you've just had
this
enough.
is doing so much damage with just Solar Crest.
I think the thing is with Slam is you don't want to have to base your team fight around it. And sometimes you just think, fuck this hero in particular. I'm
Yeah.
dropping it. And I've done it plenty of times, and it feels real good, and it raises morale. For you, not for your team, but for you. You're like, I fucking
Cromulently
slammed
big
that
and
nerd.
just
I
resubbed
don't
for
care.
17
Oh
months.
dear. Cool Llama just killed Camo Hero. Camo Hero doesn't
Oh,
have
why is
a
that?
glimmer.
Did they make this change to teleportation in the most recent patch?
70 seconds?
What's the
75?
change you're looking at, sorry?
So the change is that when he teleports in, he gets.
Oh, no,
what
they've
is
had
that,
that for
70
ages.
He gets 72 damage.
Yeah, yeah, they've had
they
that
had
for
that.
ages. Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Well, yeah.
Like,
That's pretty neat.
since they changed...
That was kind of the point of carry profit, wasn't it? You're TPing in and getting massive bonus damage.
Right.
But I thought the bonus damage was on his ult. Was that still
Yeah, it was on
there?
its ult, and then they moved it to TP
Yeah.
patch ago.
I think that was
Okay.
the patch where they removed his treants being big and being fun. That was what they did. They were like, okay, well, we'll give him this, and we'll make it so that he TPs around and does shit. So now he's got Curse of the Old Growth with his shot.
Middle tower is under attack. Dire's structure.
Why has he not been picked by pros? Have you got any insight from the pros themselves, Ted?
No, I haven't spoken to them about it. There haven't been any pro dotes that I know of, really. So,
I mean, I think on the previous patch before this, there wasn't really much room for a proper on team. But now that he's actually back to trading really effectively,
I think
with the geek,
once they fucked the trees and made them kind of shitty, as like I think in general, whenever I talk to the pros about why aren't you picking X, it always comes down to the lanes. Because if you pick a hero that sucks in lane, you've just lost the game. And that's pretty much it.
Real big. Oh, they got Husker Axe. Game is fucking over.
Yep.
Camera Hero is in. See, I think Camera Hero is doing this thing which I see supports do a lot, where they don't buy the shard because they want to get it from the Torment.
I buy it. If it's good, buy it.
This is why I fucking, you know, when the Tormentor shit first came out.
Ugh! Look nice, but too late.
Yeah, it's just they're all too tanky. I really liked the Tormentor when it first came out playing Earthshaker, because I was like really excited to get my shard. But in a lot of games, I was just sitting there waiting the entire game for a shard, and it's really sad playing Earthshaker without the shard.
Yeah, you need the shard.
So then it felt more like, you know, I need to get this.
I think the way I do it, and I don't know if this is right, but if you're playing just like with a regular stack and you're not sort of playing around specific timings or whatever, which is most Dota, if my shard, like on Witch Doctor, like on Earthshaker, is so good, I will just start saving for it. If it comes a point where we go and do the Tormentor and I get it, great. But if I don't, I can already buy it. So let's say on Witch Doctor, I'll generally go like try and get a Glimmer as soon as I can because it's just really good on you. And to help the team, 4-staff maybe, depending if, like, say we're up against a Slark and some other shit, Underlord or whatever, then I'll get a 4-staff first instead. But then I'm saving for my shard. And if we do the Tormentor and I don't get it, I don't want to have to wait 20 fucking minutes. I need this. This is a good fucking shard. This is one of the best shards that you can get. So I'm gonna fucking get it. And I think, yeah, you're right. A lot of people play greedy. They think, oh no, well, I'll get it from the Tormentor, and if I don't get it, then I'll start saving for it. You've got to start saving for it. And if you get lucky, and you get the shard for free, bingo, you've almost got another item. But if you're just spending your money on dog shit, like, oh, I'll start working on my Ags, and then maybe I'll get my shard. So you're just wasting time. There's no point to it. They're going to go do Roche. This game is 17k lead at 25 minutes. I'd say it's one fight away from being over. And we will be done before 11. Praise Jeebus. It's happening.
I've got a fucking filling at 8 AM tomorrow.
Oh!
Up and early for the dentist.
Who makes that
God,
kind
they
of
open
appointment?
at 8 AM.
Got a filling at 8 AM and then I've got a meeting at 9:30.
What's your meeting about?
I've just been... So I'm working for a defense consultancy.
Ooh.
And they brought me on as a sort of researcher and analyst.
I can give you some advice. Guns need bullets.
They do need bullets. That's very helpful.
Yeah.
But
Bring that up.
So this weekend they've just asked me to step up a bit further and be sort of like a production coordinator, like report production coordinator, and start, you know, actually planning how we're going to put these reports together and planning content and organizing teams a bit more, which is going to be a big scary step up for me. So this meeting is me starting to coordinate this project. And I'm going to have a fucking numb half my face. So it's not going to go great.
Okay,
but, you
well,
know,
good luck. Just apologize.
learning steps. Learning steps.
I think if you've got the bollocks to turn up to a meeting post-filling, that's worth some points.
Yeah.
Like if you're like, sorry, I just came to the dentist and one side of my face is numb, but let's get on with this. They're like, this man is serious.
Well, what if you could just make up a story? I just got knocked out by a guy.
Yeah.
Or, I was in a fight with some guy, but half my face is numb.
Sadly, I've already given the story about the filling, which is going to explain why I turn up from my fight.
When I say filling, I mean I gave some bloke a filling in.
Yeah.
With my fist. You see? I punched him. Bet. Light work. No reaction.
Anyone at Plague's Work is saying bet.
Oh shit, Teddy's gone deep.
I think they're the least betting users.
Alright, well, the Sups are in big trouble. There we go. Big slam.
It's pretty decent.
But the state the game is in, and given the Storm has bothered to turn up, this has gone fantastic.
This has gone really well. Can Teddy finish it off?
No.
Big path. Good bye. Good final buyback.
What a
Well, that's
fight.
a hell of a fight.
Hey, Kulama lived.
This is the thing. AM survived, so it's all okay. It's all okay. So that's what, 4,000 gold, 10,000 XP, mostly going to Lifestealer. He's very happy about that.
He is very happy. What does he get?
He's suddenly level 19 out of nowhere.
He's working on a Basher. He's almost got Ags. I think he's got it. It's probably flying.
Yeah, sayings my co-workers always use. They're always dropping. They're always saying let's pull stumps on this. They're all big cricket fans.
All right, they're all posh. So
I've had to quickly research my cricket, watch the Ashes, make sure I was paying attention just in case.
So
just in case
did you accidentally say things like yes, this is a real home run, as they say in cricket?
No,
they're like,
I'm not that.
Joshua, get out! We've told you about this. Don't try and join in with our cricket team.
If they start talking to me about cricket, I got to show at least a passing curiosity. You can't hear the words. Let's pull stumps on this 10 times in a fucking day and not.
Does it mean let's call it a day?
Let's stop talking about this topic. Let's think about something else.
I see.
Or
a big one they use in more pleb meetings is always circling back to things. Let's circle back to that.
Let's put that on the back burner. That's what they used to say.
Yeah.
But now they say circle back. Why can't they just say let's cover this tomorrow? Like I would be shit in these meetings. I'd be like, can we do this tomorrow?
You know,
do you mean circle back?
The thing is that's what a lot of people want to do. They just want to be, even though the work they are doing means nothing.
Right.
If they feel important, it means the world to them.
Right.
If you can feel chuffed about yourself, dropping all your lines. If you're saying more tonic or whatever, more to tonic. What was the wordplay?
Up stumps.
Mandrolic.
Oh,
Mandrolic. If you can drop a Mandrolic, you're feeling pretty good about yourself.
That's true. You've basically done your job.
I've found myself in a very embarrassing way really like calling things slide decks instead of presentations. Slide decks is very satisfying to me.
Slide? What the fuck is that?
You mean a
You
fucking
don't call anything a
PowerPoint?
PowerPoint or a presentation. It's saying let's pull together the slide deck for this meeting.
You are the worst. I hate you.
I like that.
I actually hate you now.
Deck.
I'm sorry.
I quite like slide deck.
I think that the different what most people do is calling things PowerPoints that aren't PowerPoints.
I'm gonna call it just a load of old wank. Is that alright?
Wank. That's fair enough.
It's very corporate, but it's
oh
just
shit! All right.
This is just the corporate hellscape Ted.
All right. Oh shit! Oh shit!
Oh my god!
Ted is huge.
Oh shit! It's happening. CM ulting the fucking woods here. Very cool.
All having a lovely time dancing, and then just TP's out. I respect the hell out of that.
Oh my god, what was Pog Daddy doing there?
Wow! All right.
Yeah, she did him in there.
That was such a good fight. All right, here are some more. Do you guys want to hear them? Can this meeting be summed up in an email? That's Monks. Let's not boil the ocean, guys. That's Razzle Fazzle. Let's sunrise that idea, says Drosy Coda. Take it offline. Obviously, that's another one. Vituperative. That's a word you can chuck in. Slide deck. I don't know. I can't remember. I know the word, but I don't know what it means. It's one of those words that I've heard, but I couldn't tell you what vituperative means.
Yeah, but if you hear someone say it, you assume they know what they're doing.
I nod.
Yeah, exactly.
I nod a lot. I go,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Ah, yes. It means bitter and abusive.
So all those years where your coworkers are calling you vituperative,
I was like, yes, absolutely, yes.
Yes, I agree.
Let's get this on this fucking slide deck and sunrise this. He always says that vituperative piece of shit. Yes, I do. Yeah. That's right. Yes. Vituperative, you got it, baby.
The other one, my sort of, the person I've mainly worked with uses all the time, and it really, I don't know why it annoys me so much. He keeps saying it's all things to all men.
Right.
Your work, like you'll say, your strategy is all things to all men, and I'm like, what the fuck are you on about?
I guess everyone has their little phrase.
Mate, you say mandrolic. What are you talking about?
Pardon?
You say mandrolic, so you can't.
I don't say mandrolic.
Yeah, but you want to. That's the point.
I didn't want to. I just thought I want to remember what this word is because it's kind of interesting. I want to know
but
what the fuck it was.
But the thing is, if you drop that on like a new scrub, they're gonna view you as like someone who is a god. An
Yeah.
effective
They're
god.
not. They're gonna think, what the fuck is he saying?
All things
No,
to all
but-
men. Is he using that to mean this is like almost
Too
too
general.
vague? It's too
It's
general.
too general, too vague. It's all things to all men.
Drop
he's
a
just saying
jack
that
of
every
all
5
trades.
seconds.
Drop a jack of all trades. He's a bit of a
Yeah.
jack of all trades. They're pinging Pog Daddy. Pog Daddy is leaving and smokes. Wow, he's desperate to live there.
I mean, the only other sort of bad part of my job at the moment is because it's defense. The acronyms are painful.
Oh yeah.
They fucking acronize everything, even if it has no reason.
I think
No
that
reason
is
at all.
just general corporate shit as well. Because
It might just be general corporate shit. I just noticed it's particularly bad. With
There's
it's
so
defense
many.
and healthcare is both particularly bad, I think.
I
And
wonder.
also, the acronyms have acronyms in them, so you're
Yeah.
immediately.
You know what I wonder is if there is anyone that you're going to work with or working with, who I worked with when I was at BAE.
What for
I wonder.
BAE? Yeah. Well, we're not doing anything BAE. They're kind of tangentially related.
Right, but I mean, these
Some
are
of the stuff.
people who might have been there in
Yeah,
the long
possibly.
ago. I wonder. Oh shit.
That has not
It's a
worked
big
out
failure of a
really
slam
well. Where is Kamohira's ult?
bonnyjoi creating a lot of space in the back.
So they
Yeah,
actually
they-
didn't lose anyone there.
yeah,
that was
I
pretty
think that was
big.
mostly Storm just making a good
However,
play,
Storm has no
dragging them
mana,
back.
so it needs to be very careful.
They've defended. We are betting in for the long haul.
We're not on Ajax, Monk. Sorry, I can't help you with that.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Oh, they dive too deep and too greedy.
They have gone a bit too far. I mean, bonnyjoi.
Oh! Oh! Oh!
He got out, no way, and CM has also got out on nothing.
Ah!
Now Webinon is dead. Where's bonnyjoi been this entire time? He's just
think he was
watching
getting
this
mana.
happen. He restored all his mana.
Oh no, he sucked it loose.
Where's the glimmer?
There it
It's
is!
a good
Oh my
glimmer.
god!
It's away.
Alright, this is actually pretty high.
Escaping.
Oh
Win.
shit,
Still
Johnny
feel
boy,
I
look
smacked
out!
myself.
This is wasting
Oh,
so
what
much
is going
time.
on?
I don't know, but this is thrilling.
Pain points is the one. Eris is one we use. We talk about pain points a lot, but those are quite
pain
useful.
point?
I feel pain points has not been an annoying corporate douchebag bullshit one. That's quite useful.
What's pain point?
It's like when you're talking about the customer pain points, just think customers might not like or really want to be fixed. Is customer pain points.
Right, okay.
You know, if food is really shit on this base, they might say a customer pain point is the quality of catering is far too low. Needs some.
Can't you
raise
just
that.
use
fair
the
enough.
word complaint?
Well, it's not really complaints. It's sort of,
Really?
it may be things the customer's not aware of are pain points.
Well, then it's not causing them pain. If I've got a pin in my foot, I know about it. It's causing me pain. That's a pain point.
It's kind of something up. There's different like levels of complaints. I think is the best way. To put
What
it.
a
It's
load
like
of wank. Stop defending
I
it.
like
Stop
pain points. I
defending
like pain
it.
points.
But you're going to do one of these in-houses one day, we're not going to recognize you anymore.
Yeah. Well, so when we went to, I think we went to watch Barbie or something like that.
Yeah.
When we came out of the movie,
Oh,
played
yeah.
to take a work call, and
Well,
the difference in tone,
in the movies.
the difference
from
in
this
tone
guy.
between him talking to me, where he's just talking like this normally, and then on his phone call, when he was like, "Hello, Mark. It's lovely to talk to you."
Let's up stumps on this and sunrise until tomorrow. Pain point, just stomps.
Okay, this annoyed me actually because I sent this guy an email at like 4 saying, "This is my final bit of work, Friday. I'm off for the rest of the afternoon. I'll speak to you on Monday." And he emailed me back, like whilst in the Barbie movie, saying, "Oh, by the way, this is my phone number. Call me," or some shit like that. And I'm like, I get out of the movie at 7. I'm like, shit, he needs me to call him. And I've not worked with this guy before. I better fucking call him. There might be a problem. So I call him, and he's like, "No, I just wanted your phone number for you to call me. I didn't actually want to talk to you." I was like, "What the fuck? You could have just said that. You could have just asked me to give you your phone number." I was kind of annoyed by that one.
Yep, that's
But-
infuriating. That's a
Yeah,
pain point
that's,
right
that's
there.
a pain point.
There was
That's
a bit of a pain point for me
right there.
with Mark, but Mark is lovely. Absolutely
Well,
lovely.
who's called Mark these days, honestly?
Exactly.
Fuck
The last thing he
off,
said to me
Mark,
on that-
you
The last thing he
cunt!
said to me on that call was, I said, "Oh, very sorry for wasting time. I'll let you get back to your evening." He said, "Yes, I'll go back to my wife now." I was like, "Fucking hell."
Mark,
You
fuck
fuck
off!
you.
Settle
Oh,
down,
I
mate.
fucking
Settle
hate you,
down,
Mark!
son.
You fucking piece of
Fuck off,
shit!
Mark.
Fuck
Yes,
off,
I'll go
Mark.
back to ploughing my wife.
Yes, I'm gonna plow my wife. I'm gonna up her stumps. What's the slide deck on Mark fucking his wife? That's what I want to know. If Mark was in chat, what would you say to him? JK,
I'd be
no ordeal,
astounded.
Mark is a
little
lovely
work
chap.
or whatever.
Simply a
Love Mark.
spiffing lad.
Bet.
I do love Mark. It's very good.
Bet. No reaction from me.
No reaction. Bet. Play, drop that. When they say to you tomorrow, can you do something?
Yeah.
Say, light work, no reaction, bet.
I'm definitely not saying.
Just
like
drop
that.
it. Just drop it. They won't know that it's Ute speak, so they'll think, oh, this must be the new corporate speak. You could start dropping roadman slang in. And if you do it with the right timbre and voice, they'll think this must be the new slide deck and pain point. Or drop
Right,
a oh hi
bet,
mark.
right.
Yeah, say bet. Just say no light work, no reaction on this. Can we get a light work, no reaction on this? Just drop it in. I want to see what they say.
I could work no light work, no reaction.
Yeah.
It could actually be viable.
Just literally when someone's talking about a job, just say, yeah, I think light work, no reaction, bet on this one.
I don't know if I can put bet in.
Drop
I feel
a bet.
Is
Oh,
a
please.
bit step too far.
Talk about your ends.
Are there any other people at the company who are less than 40?
Oh, he's infested! He's infested him! Evil Teddy could be in trouble!
There's seriously no one else at the company below 40.
I don't. Maybe like not. I don't think below 40. No. I mean,
Jeez.
Yeah, drop an on God.
Yeah.
for real, no cap. I mean, the
I
thing is,
think
they're
that's
all
old now.
basically associates of this consulting company. It's an associate's way of working and freelancers, but they're all incredibly senior, sort of ex-military.
Teddy in trouble! Oh, ease the cheese!
And then
The shadow comes out!
That's a bonnyjoi down.
I mean, the Witch Doctor pinged.
Oh,
like,
yeah!
Oh, shit!
Oh my god!
That was in the Aegis on anti-mage, but they get the path down, they get the fissure
Bongo
down.
bending.
Wrapping around.
This is some game.
3 for 1, they're holding.
They are just about clinging
Yeah,
on
do you
to
think you could call like a slide deck bussin'?
Yeah, could you drop a bussin'? I think this shit
don't
do be
know.
bussin', for real.
Mark, your slide deck was simply bussing.
A bussing slide deck, Mark, well done. Let's sunrise this.
Mark has pulled together a lovely slide deck. I'll give him that.
Okay.
He's a bit of a talented slide deck.
Is that what he calls his wife?
Yes. Yeah.
The old
I will
slide
return to my
deck.
slide deck
Yeah,
now.
hopping back to the slide deck, for real. On no god. No god on cap. Oh, Mark, you've buggered it up again. Sorry, I am trying, Josh. This is new corporate speak of yours. It's just not sticking in my brain. The smoke change is interesting, where you don't have to be in the smoke. You can
You can
bump
go,
into
you
the
go
smoker.
grab someone and they get smoked.
Yeah.
I like it a lot.
Have you said cool to them? Yeah. Seriously?
Yes, Sarah says, have you said cool? And they will say, sorry, did you say cool or did you say cool?
I think
They
you'll find that
also probably say
they
cool.
pronounce it the same way I do. I think I should say.
So it's just a group of people saying cool.
Cool. To them, that is cool.
Dyer's
Yeah.
courier has been
If you were in the room and you said cool, Ted, they'll be like this uncouth individual saying cool.
Did he
instead
say
of
cool or cool? This is messy. This is messy. I mean, we know how these end
Oh
up.
dear.
You know, Lifestealer has been in Earthshaker for 2 minutes now, and that was his big reveal. Got nothing.
Oh shit, in comes the dawn. BKB from Pog Daddy.
And now Lifestealer's dead.
Now they get the Life Stealer. They're gonna get.
They didn't have
The
slam
witch.
up for a couple seconds.
Yeah, now he's wasted it. Oh, now
They're gonna
Bonnie
get
Joy
CM
wants to die.
No, they're not. They're not going to get CM though, and they fed.
So, the moment that fight's going south, and you can feel when a fight is all over the shop and you think this is messy, run. I think that should be the new rule. This fight is ugly and messy. Run.
Yeah.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Well, here we go. 4 buybacks from Radiant.
Plague,
This is their
I do
moment.
appreciate, by the way, you sharing all this stuff with us. I know that we make fun of you, but it's just
That's
because
quite alright.
I
It's
don't.
lovely content.
I don't
It's
have a real
great.
job. It is great content, and I've never had to have a conversation like this in my life. So it's just fascinating to me. Mrs. F has to have
is.
vaguely these kind of conversations.
Yeah, I feel like Mrs. F is probably discussing slide decks as well.
I bet she
to
knows
be
all
honest.
about this shit.
A bit of a slide deck fan. I mean, it's quite funny that, you know, my dad has this very, like... He's finding it really weird because I'm working from home, and I can wander around, essentially in my pyjamas, discussing slide decks and deadlines, things like that. He's struggling to to comprehend the new world.
Not in my day, Josh. That's
Not
all I
in
say.
my
Not
day.
in my day. I mean, I'm at a corporate-ish company, but by and large, everyone is very young. Like, the majority of people that I will work with are less than 30.
That must be fun though. Certainly,
Yeah, I mean, it's basically just like being at uni.
the social side of it must be fucking.
Yeah, no, it's like
Bussing.
genuinely like it's just like being at uni. There's like fucking clubs and for like every sport.
Yeah,
and
I
shit like
fucking
that.
bet.
We had to go. We couldn't find a place to eat, so we went to Nando's with some of the team, all of whom 40 plus.
Nando.
Had never been to
Nando's, you
Nando's
say?
before. And
And
as
they
we,
sell
it was lovely,
chicken.
they had a lovely time. They enjoyed Nando's greatly, and when they left, one of them said, "Yo, I have to tell my kids I had a cheeky Nando's."
Oh my god.
That guy's a legend. I love
He is a
that.
fucking legend. I loved him.
Well said,
Did
Tarquin.
everyone chortle after
Did they
that line?
huzzah? Yeah.
It was a good line.
Do you know any Tarquins at work?
I don't know any Tarquins. They're all very normal names. There's no one really out there.
That's what the
name-wise.
Poshos did, I think. They decided give normal names, like Josh, for example, and then it's not a dead giveaway in the playground. You'll be able to
Exactly.
live. You'll be able to
It's a
live.
Tim, a Mark, a Richard, a John.
Exactly.
It's
Polly.
the evolution.
Yeah, Polly is quite a posh name, I'd say.
I think Polly's pretty posh. Yeah.
Looking at the list of London names that are most popular by
It's a
borough,
lot of Olivia's. Isn't
Olivia is the big
I think
one,
Olivia's just popular all over the country.
Yeah.
And on the bloke side, I think
Big
it's
slam.
a lot of Noah.
A lot of Mohammeds.
Everyone. There are a few Mohammeds about, but I think Noah is big.
Yeah, it's a huge. What the
That
fuck
was
is
a
Witch
huge
Doctor?
fight. I don't know.
Holy
Yeah,
shit.
dude, that's what I'm telling you. This shit is loco. He doesn't even have ags.
He's got Ags now. He can actually solo. Him and
does he?
Shaker can actually solo win this game together.
Like, I'm not kidding. The ags on this hero with pure damage on everyone, and you get the talent. It's nuts. Because this thing attacks fast. I am delighted to see my boy Witch Doctor in the field. I would start demanding to call Richard Dick in the office. If you are a Richard and you can get away with being called Dick, that's posh to me, I think.
Yeah.
Because
You have to be old.
you have to be old and quite
You have to be
posh.
bloody old.
Or someone who's like a truck driver. How's it going, Dick? Yeah, not bad. No one's like, lol, his name's Dick. They're like, yeah, he fucking earned the ability to be called Dick and no one laugh. He earned that. I've known quite a few Richards and none of them have gone by the name Dick. For very obvious reasons.
I mean, do you remember the famous 5 books? I presume you do, Ted.
I never read them.
Okay. Well, in that book series, there are
was a
two
Dick.
characters called. One character is called Dick.
Isn't
and
there
the
a
other
Dick and a
character's
Fanny?
called Fanny.
Yeah.
So that that's the sort of era you got to be from to get away with Dick
Get
and
away
Fanny.
with Dick and Fanny. Nowadays, Dick and Fanny,
Yeah.
it just means like, dicks and fannies, doesn't it? That's what's gone wrong with Britain. Can't even have dicks
If
and
you're
fannies.
sending your kid off to school
Called
called
Fanny.
Fanny, it's GG.
Yeah, it is. GG.
Right, well, Johnny Boy's learned the punishing tale that you can't actually disjoint Husker ulti.
Unless you zip through it.
Unless you zip through it.
Is there anything that defends against it? Because it's not even something that you can do with like a Lincoln's, right? It's just
I think Lincoln's will defend
Lincoln's will... He'll land on you, but it won't do the damage.
right, and you're not taunted.
And you won't be taunted. And you can, as I said, you can actually zip through him. So you could have zipped, like, past him.
Shit!
Fine.
Oh, they
you
killed
can't,
Storm.
can't zip away from it. The problem is they killed the only hero on the team that has buyback. So it's not even that big a deal.
Yeah. So, chat is asking, do we know anyone called William who goes by William in later life? I don't know many Williams. I don't know any kids that are called William. I think generally most of I do know a William who only ever went by William, never Bill or Will or anything like that. He was always William. He was my best friend when I was a kid, but he was a bit of an odd kid. Looking back now, he clearly had Asperger's, and when our time of friendship was up, he never spoke to me again. I'd served my purpose, and that was it. But I was fine. I mean, we were. We had a lot of good times. Played a lot of games with William, but he never went by Bill. Hated it. Just like I don't like going by Ed. I don't like it. Ted I like. Ted I don't mind. That was my what my mum called me, so I'm happy being Ted. But people calling me Ed has always annoyed me. It's not my name. I don't like it. I don't mind going by Edward. I don't mind Ted, but I don't like Ed. So, you know, some people don't like the shortened version of their name. That's fair enough.
I do. When people
as Joshua,
names
I
on
will not
purpose,
accept
I like
Joshua's.
calling
You don't like
that.
Josh?
No, I'm only kidding, of course.
Okay.
Of course
I'll
prefer
never
Josh.
call you that. I've met you IRL many times, and I've always called you Plague.
Well, he doesn't want to be called that.
I don't really. I mean, it's just weird for you guys to call me Josh sometimes. I think. I mean, it's getting more normal. Just 'cause I can't really stop it.
Yeah.
But it's like it's odd because Plague is so easy.
Oh, the
They
game is
have
over.
fully slaughtered him. That's
Yep.
it. GG. Well, to be fair, they killed Lifesteal first last time, and the slam and combo all still came out. The Witch Doctor survives, the most important hero.
Evil Teddy was ghost sceptered.
Yes, Johnny Boy has an E-Blade for some unknowable reason.
Okay. Probably
Oh,
not.
the cheese.
Probably not the item he wanted to pick up, given that he's
Probably
basically a
not.
right-click hero. Well done, Johnny, mate. You've trolled your team into the suburbs.
Into the suburbs. Alright, here we go. We've still got the Witch Doctor Earthshaker combo to come. Here it comes! This is the moment!
Oh, it's big damage. Here comes the Doc ult.
Oh, he doesn't have Axe?
No, he didn't
Dude,
buy it.
he has 6,000
I know.
coins on him!
This Witch
What
Doctor
the
just
fuck?
doesn't want to win. That's absolutely fine.
I can't believe that! They would have actually...
They could have won a fight, but no.
They could have won the fight.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
7 grand and they're calling GG.
It's pretty incredible.
Really shit.
Did his career die? No.
No, he just hasn't bought any of the bits.
Johnny, stop cancelling. It is 10:55. Hell
3:11.
yeah!
End of in-house. What a day.
Oh my god. Oh, praise Eri. He has delivered unto us an in-house that ended in reasonable time. Bless him. Gentlemen, it was great to catch up. I haven't been playing much Dota, so we haven't had much time to chat. But I've been kind of invested in Baldur's Gate, as I know you
No,
have.
I think we're all on a Dotes hiatus until TI kicks in, really.
Yeah.
That's when the passion comes back.
I am really tempted, actually, to do a 4-player playthrough of Baldur's Gate, just with the lads. It would be kind of fun. Like, I know I'm close to finishing it, but I'm also thinking I wouldn't mind playing it again and doing it on hard and trying it a different way. And I found Divinity so miserable playing multiplayer because Sips and Lewis and I all have very different ways of wanting to play. But I would be down for it. I'd be intrigued to see how it works out.
Yeah, we can give it a try, I'm sure.
Who would be our fourth?
Who else has it at the moment?
Well, we'll have a think about it. We'll have a think
we'll
about
see.
it. Anyway, all right. Well, I won't. I actually won't put you lads through that. So, I understand. But I would like to genuinely see how you guys do.
I think Munticus also has it, right? Yeah, he does.
I mean, that would be a pretty fun stack. I think.
That's a stack.
And I'm intrigued to see if you guys
One
are
is a
saying
big
it's
troller. At least when we played Div, he was like the biggest troll.
like. But I'm intrigued to see if you guys saying the fights are too easy. I'm intrigued to see what you're doing that makes it really easy, and you want to bump it up to hard. So, because some of the fights get jolly difficult later, but we'll see.
Maybe we get to Act 3 and we get our shit pushed in.
There's some pretty hard fights. There's some
We
pretty hard
regret ever
fights.
saying it, but so far, Act 1 and 2.
So, I mean,
too bad.
certainly Act 1 and 2, there were a couple of times like where I felt, wow, this fight is actually quite hard. But Act 3, it was like, this is actually quite a tricky one. But it's got to a certain point where the loot that I've got, because I've been quite thorough, not super thorough, but quite thorough. I've done quite a few side quests where you end up with some pretty pog loot. And once you get there, you're like, oh, this hero's pretty strong. And there are a couple of spells that are like there's one, if you get it on the cleric, the Spirit Guardian thing, the thing that swirls around you, you can kill like 5 units. They'll just jump into you and just die quite often. And having like the Fireball Evocation Wizard Gale, you could just fireball your own party and don't take any damage. It's kind of like you can one-shot quite a lot of the ads, and then it's just, if it's like 4v1, you just win. So
Yeah.
And there is a ring I got on Shadowheart that means that she heals 1 to 4 hit points at the start of her turn. So she just starts every turn fine. So you cannot knock her down. And things like that, we just think, this build's actually pretty busted. So there are definitely some builds and party comps you can get where the fights do feel easier. But yeah, there have been a couple of hard ones, I'd say. Mainly, I think, like you said, if you just run into the fights, it's a problem. But if you cheese it even just a little bit, like just positioning or chucking some barrels around, it's like, this is actually quite easy. I did see one where a bard goes in the goblin camp and sings, and all the goblins form around her. You go to turn-based mode, jump out, fireball, and you kill them all in one shot.
Yeah. I do. That's probably my favourite little interaction, is just going around as a bard, just performing for people and getting thrown coins. I really enjoy doing that somehow. Just love the busking lifestyle.
But the thing is, if we did do it, I wouldn't want to do the we'll all go our own separate ways thing, because how the fuck do you get anything done? I don't understand that. That seems crazy. Like, it'd
have to be someone is taking the lead.
Yeah, we need to follow
someone.
Yeah, and we just
and then the rest is just RP.
You'll be the main character, and we'll follow you around. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. Anyway, I'll see you guys next time. Cheers. Peace
out, bud.
I'll see you lot tomorrow from Baldur's Gate. Hoping to finish it tomorrow. Hope you can join me then. Cheers for watching. Take it easy. Peace out.